Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello and welcome to Punching Up, Last Stand Media's Nintendo podcast, our weekly Nintendo podcast. I am your host, as always, Brad Ellis, and joining me, I have two other humans. First, we have, of course, Micah Moriarty. Micah, hello. The flannel's out once again.
Hello. Yes, it's chilly again. It is 65 today, so we're just making the most of it, rocking the flannel. I'm going to be grilling later. I'm just taking advantage of the weather while it's still cool.
Yes, excellent. We have more barbecue questions later, as always.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm just putting them in segments now for the listeners so they can skip it if they don't want to.
They need answers. These people are writing into us. They need timely answers. You know, springtime is here. As summertime approaches, these people need help.
Yeah, you got to grill. And back joining us for this episode, Mr. Gene Park. Gene, good to see you, man.
Back again. How's it going? Good to see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, nice to see you in flannel. I know now to change your clothes today in Tomodachi Life.
Dude, it's been so much fun seeing you guys in Tomodachi Life. We'll get to that later. But Cog and Brad misbehaving. It's a whole scene.
Take my hat off. Get rid of my hat.
I do want to remove the hat, but you wanted the hat. I hate that stupid hat, but you asked for it.
It's like evil.
It took me a while to figure out how to take clothes off of, but that sounds really bad. But to remove gifts like clothing and accessories from your Mii's. But I figured it out. There's actually a history change that you can go to, and you can just remove stuff there. It's a little weird. The user interface that I gave is a little weird, but we'll get into that.
It is. And also, sometimes they just do things you don't want. Cog said he wanted to wear something cute. And I was like, cute. So I put him in the hamster outfit and he loved it. But I was like, but I don't want you in that. But that's what he's wearing now.
Damn.
I know. You got to do that to get money, though. I mean, we're getting deep into the Tomodachi Life gameplay mechanics here. And I'm very excited to talk. That's why I'm here, partially. I'm also here to
he wants to talk about Tomodachi Life.
Other stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. We talked about it quite a bit yesterday on Summon Sign. But we'll get even more with Micah and her crazy shenanigans as well.
I can't wait. Yeah.
Brad's the one with the shenanigans, all right?
Yeah. But finally I can talk to somebody about Tomodachi Life because there's there's a lot of people playing, but nobody in my circle besides Micah is playing. So
exactly, because I keep bothering Colin with it because I was like, dude, Cog is being really mean to Chris. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, Chris asked if you could call him and he said his phone was broken. And he's like, do I need to do something about this? I was like, no, the game. I was like, the game, Colin.
So
he's like,
funny.
he thought I was saying in real life that Chris and Cog are fucking beefing. And I was like, no, the game.
Interfere, there's an HR violation here, yeah, Cog is in love with Chris for some reason. I didn't. Reggie Fils-Aimé, who we'll talk about later in the podcast, he's in my Tomodachi Life, and he fell in love with my friend Michelle in my game. And I had to be like, no, she's 31 and she's married.
Bad idea.
You're 65. You guys don't even know each other. But I let it open. I left it there open. But I was like, no, don't do that. I don't want to see this in the game.
Yeah. No. We don't need that. Before we get into the rest of the show, though, please check us out on patreon.com/laststandmedia if you'd like to support us and your early ad-free access to all of our shows. We cannot do this show without you guys, so thank you for supporting us. Also, if you want some merch, go to laststandmedia.store. Micah will send you something from their house, so please check that out as well. Booga, the Heartsbreaker, wrote and said, greetings, punchers. Now that Micah has embraced Pokemon, is it time for her to play the best Pokemon game ever? Pokemon Conquest on DS. It's Pokemon meets Nobunaga's ambitions. Thoughts?
Wow.
You're welcome.
I mean, that sounds awesome, but when I Googled the game, it's like $80. So
damn.
That's a gamble. Now, it looks like there are some fake ones from Walmart. And I could maybe take a chance on one of those, but she doesn't look like the easiest game to find. I'm going to make a note of this. I'm adding it to my list of if I happen to see that at like GameStop or something, I'll make sure to keep an eye on it. But I don't really want to pony up that kind of money for it yet.
Yeah. Listeners, if you got a spare copy lying around, send it to Micah. She'll take it and never play it.
I'd buy it from you for a fair price, but geez, $80 is steep for a game that I might hate. Oh, I have an update, by the way, too. Remember when we were trying to figure out that pirate movie from when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I found it. The movie is Magic Island from 1995. It is starring one of the children from Home Improvement. And it's as soon as I saw it, I watched the trailer. I'm like, this is the movie. It's got the black guy I was talking about. It's the movie. I don't know if you've seen it, Brad. He finds like a tree full of like pizza. It's a very kind of weird pirate fantasy movie. I loved it as a kid. There's a mermaid involved. My sister and I were all about this movie. But that was the one. It was Magic Island, 1995.
It's all on YouTube, the entire movie.
Yeah, I skimmed through it because I was like, is this it? As I kept watching scenes, I'm like, oh my God, I remember all of this. So that was the one. I appreciate people who had suggestions on other movies it could have been, but that ended up being the winner.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all. That's crazy.
Great. Highly recommend maybe watching it at like 2 times speed.
Skip through it real quick. All right, Gene, you touched on this just a second ago, but you hung out with Reggie.
Sure
Context.
did.
Oh, fuck, wrong thing. Context.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
So I live in Washington, D.C., of course. And, Reggie and I talk every once in a while, just offline. It's funny because I actually only really started talking to Reggie in 2019, like the year he retired from Nintendo. So I haven't really known him through his tenure, but I've gotten to know him, of course, afterwards. And I reviewed his book, Disrupting the Game, which was so good. I highly recommend anyone who is wanting to be a businessman or wanting to start their own business or working in the corporate world. If you are kind of trying to move on up, I highly recommend his book, Reggie Fils-Aimé's Disrupting the Game. He has such an accessible writing style when he talks about it, where he'll talk about his own experience, and at the end of each chapter, he'll have something called the takeaway, where it's like, here's a lesson that you need to learn from what I did, And it's always very concise, very super easy to understand, very inspiring stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Reggie just texted me out of nowhere. He was like, hey, Gene, I'm going to be in DC for the Consumer Technologies Association Hall of Fame and Digital Patriots event. So for folks who don't know, the Consumer Technology Association is a lobbying group. They are the group that forms CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. And that is basically E3 before E3 even existed, and it still continues. Like it does not suffer the problems that E3 have, because consumer electronics is everywhere. It's cars, it's boats, and as we'll talk about later, it's like Tesla. So like they don't need any. They have no issues about continuing CES or whatsoever. So that group, the CES group, basically decided to induct Reggie Fils-Aimé into their Hall of Fame as a Hall of Famer for consumer technology, and he was inducted alongside my other friend Alexis Ohanian, who is a co-founder of Reddit and the husband of a famous tennis star Serena Williams, who has a lot more money than even Reggie. But Reggie and Alexis are actually old friends, which is really cool to see. So I was like, they just like walked up to each other. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Alexis. It's so crazy. Like the founder of Reddit and like the president of Nintendo, and they're just like buds. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I went there, and this was attended by several members of Congress, some of whom were actually inducted into the quote unquote Digital Patriots Hall of Fame, which is separate from like their Consumer Tech Hall of Fame. It was Senator Ted Lieu, Rand Paul was there, Colin's hero, right? They fucked off like so quickly. I was actually really looking forward to like meeting them, like after the event, but politicians. They just don't want.
Right.
They actually don't want to be anywhere. So I don't blame them for fucking off like immediately. That's what I would do if I was somewhere where I didn't really want to be, even though I'm getting an award for it and everything like that. And there's this other guy, Congressman Joe something, and he's actually a former game developer. He founded Farside Studios, and now he's a Republican congressman in California, your state.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm forgetting his last name, but he's very famous, and I'm just blanking on it. But yeah, it was a fun night. Showed up with Reggie, met his beautiful and wonderful wife Stacy, who has a background in public relations in the music industry. She's represented bands and other artists before, and that's how Reggie and her met. Because Reggie was like a marketing director, marketing executive for VH1, and he was basically like tasked to like help rebrand VH1 into something cool. And that's the cool thing about Reggie, is that like he has so much experience like outside of video games. He was the guy who made Pizza Hut super cool in the 90s, man. So it's like it's like no wonder why he went to Nintendo and like made a huge splash. But it was really interesting to see, that they had this video montage of Reggie's career, and a video montage of Reggie's career is like fun because like that's all of our old memories, Brad. That's all the E3s that you watch like over fucking game trailers at Easy Allies.
Yeah.
Him popping up the Nintendo DS, holding it up right there. The my body is ready moment.
Wii music.
Huh?
All the good shit. Wii music on stage.
Wii music on stage. Yeah. Doing all kinds of stuff. The launch of the Switch, I guess, in Times Square. Where Reggie showed up with like a Mario hat, and like him and Mario were like throw the hat up and everything. It was so beautiful. Cool. I actually started tearing up, man. Like, God, dude. Remember when gaming was great and like Reggie was fucking outside and like just cheering people on? Like that was like a magical.
He was like
time.
A personality for the brand.
Yeah. And it was actually beautiful. Like I'm sitting there watching Reggie watch his life flash before his eyes, and I was like, God damn, this is cool, And yeah, he went up on stage and he talked about how. It's when it comes to technology, you really got to think about the consumer and how it improves their lives. It's not about tech for tech's sake. It's about improving people's lives and making them feel empowered and smarter and inclusive. And so it's a simple message, but it's something that like I feel like informed him. Of course, he was most famous for not most famous for, but he famously clapped back at Miyamoto for having Wii Sports as a pack-in for the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
Miyamoto was like, we don't give our games away for free, bro. And Reggie was like,
used to.
You used to, but it's like now you don't. And it's like Reggie's like, we gotta, man. Like no one's gonna understand this thing, but Wii Sports is like it. That's it game. Like Reggie, like that's like we talk about this all the time about like how the executives just have like poor taste, really, in like spotting like what would be a hit game. Oh, Concord. Oh, Fair Games. Oh, Redfall. And here comes Reggie, and he like correctly saw Wii Sports is going to be like one of the best-selling games of all time. And sure enough, it is. It's like in the top 10 easily, right? And part of it is, of course, the pack-in and the massive success of the Wii. So yeah, it was a really fun time with Reggie. I actually got to tell him personally that I think that he is one of the great executives of the 21st century. Alongside Steve Jobs. And that's why, like, and I love Doug Bowser. I think he's a great guy. And I think he's actually a very interesting personality. If you hear Doug Bowser's radio voice, he sounds super cool. He sounds like an old school Hollywood like announcer. And he can he's like a voice actor. He can just like turn into like a completely other different person. It's super fun. But it's a different Nintendo. Nintendo's more reserved now. Satoru Iwata's not in charge anymore. Furukawa's there. But like, and also like, literally anybody following Reggie would look like shit. Like, because I think Reggie is like up there with Steve Jobs as like the greatest presenters of tech. If you put Steve Jobs and Reggie Fils-Aimé on stage, people are gonna be like, "Who's the Steve Jobs loser?" He's such a pussy. Get him off stage. Reggie is completely mogging Steve Jobs, as the kids would say.
Sure.
So anybody, and then Tim Cook followed Steve Jobs, and Tim Cook's like, whatever, like no one cares about Tim Cook, right? Like he's doing the job. And that's exactly what would happen with literally anybody who would follow Reggie Fils-Aimé's footsteps. Even if Phil Spencer followed Reggie Fils-Aimé, people would be like, Phil Spencer is a loser. And I mean, they still kind of say that now. So they already say that now. So it's like, whatever, So, yeah, he's a great guy, though. Anything you could possibly ask about him, about how he is in person, he is exactly that. It was so fun after the event to see all these people, because there were staff members from the White House there too, because they had the director of technology being honored there. I'm forgetting his name, but he's been around for a while. So they had members of the executive branch and also all these members of Congress in there. As soon as the event was over, everybody wanted to meet Reggie.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all these young staffers, like photographers, like young like legislative staffers, they would just come up and be like, "Hey, Reggie," like these people like talk to like heads of state and like executives and leaders like Prince Charles is in town, right? And I can bet you that they're not going to go up to Prince Charles, but hey, Prince, could you sign this for me? But that's exactly what they did with Reggie. They had their Switches ready. They brought their Nintendo Switches to the event in the hopes that they were going to get an autograph from Reggie. And you know what Reggie did? He pulled out his gray marker.
Dude.
He has one ready to sign Nintendo Switches. Like he knows everywhere he goes that someone's going to ask him to autograph a Switch. And he's fucking ready with that because he knows how much he matters to Nintendo fans. He does not take that for granted. And he says that 100%. He was like, I don't take it for granted. I mean a lot to a lot of people. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. And, you mean a lot to me too.
You know what? They should have been true fans and had him sign their Wii U's. Let's see how stoked you would have been about that. Remember Reggie's HD now. What's the problem, dude? Do you remember that when he was like, we're HD now, so don't worry about it?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. My favorite.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say my favorite Reggie moment is him and Keeley going back and forth about Batman Arkham City, the Wii U version.
Oh, yeah, the Armored Edition. I do remember that edition, part. Yeah. What happened again, though? Like,
it was like, it's not the same. Jeff's like, it's pretty much like the same game, right? And he goes, it's not the same game. Got like a new suit for Batman. And I was like, dude, he's defending it hard as he should be,
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny as fuck because it's like, come on, Reggie. But, he was the president of Nintendo of America. So it's like, he's not
going to say, yeah, it's the same game.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I bought the Wii U like a year and a half later, right? I bought it when Bayonetta 2 came out, so whenever that was, Bayonetta.
It was like 2014, I think.
Oh, there you go. Bayonetta 2 was my system seller. I was like, I gotta get a Wii U just for Bayonetta 2, and then I bought Super Mario 3D World and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
But when I got the Wii U, I also bought Batman Arkham City Armored Edition.
Yeah. Did you buy Assassin's Creed 3 as well on there?
I did buy Assassin's Creed 3, man. Come on, dude. I bought Call of Duty Ghosts on that shit, okay? Ooh. I bought all the games you could on the Wii U. Everything. All the third parties. Zombie U, which is actually good.
Yeah, Zombies U, yeah. One of the better ones.
But I definitely bought the third party crap too. I did not buy Mass Effect.
Right, yeah.
Because who fucking cares about playing? Actually, it would have been fun that I used the Wii U pad for the UI, but it's like Mass Effect.
It wouldn't have. It would not have been fun. It would have been an experience.
Actually, yes, Michael, you're correct, and it's also not that deep of a game to like warrant like fucking using a fucking stylus on it and everything.
It was Mass Effect 3.
It was Mass Effect 3. Yeah, Mass Effect 3 is like the least deep of the three of them too. It's the only one that's like pretty much straight up a shooter. So I did buy Armored Edition, and guess what? It is the same game.
Yeah,
he's got a little spark. All they added was a little electrifying gloves to him, and that's it.
From what was it?
From fucking Arkham Origins, man.
Yeah, they just threw it in there.
Yeah, they just threw that in there. It's like Rocksteady, you'd even make that. That's the other company I'm forgetting, but yeah, WB,
Yeah.
WB Montreal. Yeah, they made that shit. So it's like,
it's the other team.
That's so funny. Yeah. But Reggie and Jeff obviously are good friends too, and they've known each other.
Yeah. They used to do something every year, I think, at E3.
Yep.
like have a chat, which was cool.
It is fun to see me posting pictures of Reggie on social media like Instagram, and then I see Jeff Keighley liked your photo.
Yeah,
Like,
hell
hell
yeah,
yeah, Jeff.
Jeff Keighley's a real one, dude. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, no, Jeff is a great guy. I love like I consider now Jeff like a personal friend of mine. Like
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I like he's a good guy.
Super easy to make fun of, but a good dude.
very easy to make fun of.
Yeah.
But that like, and I feel sorry for him. And I do think that he needs to have like a thicker skin for that. But at the same time, like people will say that about me. I fucking hate it when you all when people talk shit about me. So I understand, man. So
Sure.
I think Jeff is a good guy. Very easy to make fun of, but that's only because he is so important and famous. You know?
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun to see people just line up to see basically people worship Reggie, take photos with him, you know. People from the White House like were like genuflecting, you know, they were like bowing to him and everything like that. Really, really cool. So that's why I was like, that's my president, you know.
Yeah. He was kind of like the last personality out of Nintendo America, I feel like, at least from like a executive perspective, because I mean, Doug Bowser was much more reserved compared to Reggie, like way more. And Devin Pritchard, we haven't seen much of her, but she seems more in line kind of with Doug Bowser. So I think the era of big personalities out of Nintendo, at least America, are kind of over. You know, we had like the puppets. Do you remember the puppets, Gene, at that E3 with Reggie, Iwata, Miyamoto? It's like those days are kind of sadly gone from Nintendo.
I think that was all Iwata.
Yeah,
I think that was Iwata's influence. Iwata wanted to be playful. He wanted to be out there. He really wanted to be. You know, Iwata is a true game developer, right? Iwata was a storyteller, and he was also an outsider. He was not an employee of Nintendo. He was at HAL, right?
Yeah.
And that got absorbed into it. Furukawa is a Nintendo lifer. He's been around for a long time, so he is closer to like the emperor of Nintendo in terms of like the OGs of Nintendo. You know, back when you know NES and Super Nintendo, like that's when they were quiet. So yeah, the Wii era was completely Iwata and like wacky and fun, and very successful. And now we're kind of back into like the Yamaguchi or the era of. Or Yamauchi era of like reservedness and conservativeness and making a lot more money, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like across the board for all the brands. Cause not speaking executives, but like Xbox, you know, parting with Major Nelson, like and like when PlayStation had the silly like Kevin Butler ads. I mean, it just kind of seems like silliness is out. And I miss it as a consumer. I miss it. I liked when the brands were more playful and fun, but that just doesn't seem to be what they want to do right now. Obviously, Xbox, you know, with their new leadership is being pretty open with like, give us your suggestions. You know, they're basically doing like an online suggestion box, but it's still not like playful and fun. It's just that like, oh, we want to talk to you. We want to hear your ideas.
We care about you, actually.
Yeah, it's still very corporate messaging as opposed to like, you know, here's Reggie going like this and dancing and whatever, you know, like Reggie was like a fucking true comedian. Like he was an actor, you know, in that space. And he also said like during his speech that people always ask him, Reggie, like, was that speech planned? And he was like, of course, everything is planned. Every single thing I say or do is planned by Nintendo.
Yeah, they don't fly by the seat of their pants at all.
No. Yeah, it was never improvised. You know, My Body Is Ready was written for him, honestly, you know. And it worked. And that's what he says. It's like, you know, as much as he was the face of Nintendo, Nintendo is like a philosophy. It is like the entire company working together in unison to kind of create this image of, you know, fun dream makers, toy makers, and, you know, and success, basically.
Yeah. Do you think everyone's just kind of following like the Apple brand or like the Apple philosophy, I guess, of their designs and everything and presentation?
It's interesting that you mentioned that. And I haven't watched an Apple keynote in a few years. I feel like it's been 3-4 years because I was like a huge mega Apple fan. I loved, I love Steve Jobs. I love Steve Jobs so much, man.
Sure.
Like I literally used to go to sleep to Steve Jobs speeches all the time.
Damn,
like I'm not kidding,
ASMR
man.
with Steve?
Yeah, ASMR with Steve. I would always like put on like the introduction to the iPad because like those are like 2 hours long, anyways, right? So it's like really good. It's really good to sleep to. But also like he's so like aspirational. He's like, this is the future, whatever. And you know, we're in that future now, and it fucking sucks, right? But it's like, remember when the future seemed exciting? That's what Steve Jobs was like promising and kind of lied to us about. But like, I find it comforting still. But I haven't watched a thing in a while. But I feel like in like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like they were having some fun. With, like maybe not with Tim Cook, but like this guy named Craig. They would always. He's a very handsome silver fox older fella, but like he's like a Anderson Cooper but straight looking fella, right? And like they did like Flash, like they joked like how he was like the Flash or whatever, that he was like running all over Apple, and like they did these cool special effects and everything like that. And it kind of reminded me of like Iwata versus Reggie, like Smash, like the Smash ads that they did.
Yeah.
So like Apple is, I mean Apple's on the next level, man. Like the fucking transitions that they do with their products and like the everything, like that's like PlayStation's state of play is like so like a theater school production compared to like what Apple does, you know.
Yeah, of course. I think everyone probably is compared to
everyone is. Like it's insane. Like the drone shots that they do and like the 3D transitions. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I haven't seen an Apple presentation in a while because like honestly, Apple isn't that exciting anymore.
Sure.
Like I don't care about the new iPad or the new iPhone. I still have my 2022 iPad Pro, and it's like it is still as fast as it ever needs to be. I don't need M5 chip on it, but I do think that you're right in that like every single company, and like we talk like Colin and Dim and Maddie talk about this in their shows too, about how like all the companies are just kind of like scaling. It's really just Xbox that's like the loudest and like can't seem to shut the fuck up right now. You know, even with Asha Sharma, who you know it seems fine. I did get the Mark of the Beast autograph, as you said, Brad, yesterday on Summon Sign.
Do you have it by you? Show Micah.
No, well, I have my hat, but I threw away the card itself.
Oh, you should have framed it.
I know, but it's like all it said was her signature, and it's like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, she seems cool. You know, she's very pretty. I think like I don't mean to like make it all about looks, but she's a nice looking lady too.
I mean, looks help. Always
looks help. Yeah, Sarah Bond was attractive too.
So there you go.
Yeah, Phil was handsome too.
He was. I'll vouch for that.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, you're right. Phil was a stocky, handsome fella. Huh?
Daddy Phil.
Yeah. He looks like Vince Vaughn sometimes too. You know.
I could see that. Yeah. Different hair texture, but no. Phil was a nice looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Phil. Man, I would love to talk to Phil. That'd be so funny.
He's getting a lot of shout outs in Tamagotchi life, by the way. Gene and Maddie have bonded over their love of Phil Spencer.
Oh, so. Really? That's super funny.
I guess I should put Phil Spencer in my game too. I actually I'm only trying to like put only in people I really know, but then I actually put Gabe Newell in my game.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's how we'll get to this, but like, so I haven't put him in. He's in there as a like it was like, you know, celebrity, you know, because it's kind of Mad Lib-ish, where the game kind of asks you like, you know, name a celebrity like randomly, and I'm like Phil Spencer, and so then you guys will just start having conversations about him. And like there was one where Gene was like, Maddie, you kind of look like Phil Spencer, and Maddie was like, oh my god, thank you, like this is the greatest day of my life. And then
that's
like
awesome.
I popped in later and you guys were talking about Phil Spencer again, so he's infiltrated the island. Maybe he should just be a character, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Gene, we were talking about Micah, the kind of the playful spirit we used to have more with Nintendo. The only person I kind of get that vibe from still, occasionally Miyamoto, but he's not evolved or with game stuff as much, you know. He's not.
That's true.
On every direct.
I mean, he's literally outside of Super Nintendo world.
Yeah.
He's promoting them.
He's like doing more of that kind of stuff right now.
And saying like the most boomer quotes about the Mario movie. And it's like,
exactly.
Stop interviewing this man. Don't like we don't need to hear from him anymore. It's okay.
The person I still get the vibe from sometimes is Sakurai. He to me still has kind of that. That joyful spirit, I should say, from him. You know, when we saw his like Kirby Directs, I'm like, this guy.
That was enthusiasm.
Yeah, this guy has good enthusiasm. He's not cringe about it.
Not cringe about it at all. Well, his YouTube channel was fantastic too.
He's just great at it.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Sakurai is an S tier presenter
Yeah.
in terms of game directors and creatives, like way better than like your Neil Druckmans or your your Todd Howards or whatever.
Yeah, I guess with Neil Druckmann, it's like the games they're talking about. Neil's talking about a game where you're like fucking stabbing a pregnant lady in the neck or something like that. It's a little more serious than look at this pink puffball right around on a star. I want to see Neil talk about something. Yeah, I want to see Neil talk about something really jolly for once.
That's why they need to make a new Jack, man. Come on, dude.
Or something, man. Just fucking ease up.
Yeah.
I don't know Neil Druckmann at all. He could be a very nice person. I have no idea. Colin knows him, but I don't.
I do know Neil. He is very cool, but he does love his edgy dark shit.
Sure. I mean, I like edgy dark shit too, but you gotta have a little fun here and there.
That's kind of it, though. That's kind of like Neil's whole thing.
That's okay.
I mean, like no wonder why him and Colin get along so well. But
yeah, it's true.
Anyways, shout out Neil. I'm not talking shit about you, Neil. I love you, Neil.
Post-apocalyptic America. That's like Colin Neil bait.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, post-apocalyptic. Oh, I love this. I love post-apocalyptic America.
Yeah, it's like Colin's favorite shit, dude. Yeah.
Okay, well, so like tangentially, Colin's got me watching The Handmaid's Tale. Newsflash, I don't like it. But anyways.
I fucking hate that show.
Oh my God, I hate her. So I'm riffing on it the whole time, though. We're doing our own riff tracks. But anyways. And I'm like, this is just the most Colin slop because it's like, it's dark and moody and melodramatic. And I was like, dude, like, this is a video game that you'd play. Absolutely. You'd love it. And there are things I like about it. Not a Handmaid's Tale podcast, but there are things I like about it, but it's not really the characters. It's more like the world is interesting.
Ooh,
but I'm so sick of it.
Alternative history America. I love that shit. It's like Wolfenstein.
Yeah, that is Colin's.
That's Colin, right? Come on.
Yeah, alternate history America. Yeah. 100%.
I fucking hate The Handmaid's Tale, man. I broke it with somebody because all she wanted to do was watch the fucking Handmaid's Tale, and I literally asked her. I was like, "Can we make out?" And she was like, "No, we're." During The Handmaid's Tale, really?
The Handmaid's Tale?
And I was like, I'm kind of horny right now, man. Can we just make out? And she was like, no, let's just finish this episode. I was like, okay, and I just left afterwards. I was like, okay, the episode's done.
We are binging through the show at a pretty rapid pace because I just want it to be over with. And so it's like the first season was great, in my opinion, like very well acted. It just stressed me out. I don't like being stressed out. And then it's just deteriorated further of like, I hate June so much. I would put her through a wall if I could. I keep hoping something will happen to her and she's not on the show anymore.
Exactly.
I
was like,
that's
no wonder why
happen,
but... I'm victim blaming the handmaids in this one.
Dude, she kind of sucks though, right? Like she kind of sucks. She did from the beginning. Yeah. I don't like her. I don't like her husband. I don't like Aunt Lydia's my favorite, if I'm being honest. I like her the best. Really, it's like my favorite parts are June getting her comeuppance because I don't like her one bit.
I didn't like the show. I don't remember anything about it. I barely remember anything about the characters except they didn't really land on me. And I just like the show is just too, like it's like I said, it's just dark slop. It's just like pessimism slop, and it's like I'm done. And of course, like everybody in DC loves The Handmaid's Tale, so like
I bet.
Every single protest is like someone's dressed up as a
dressed
handmaid.
Up as it, yeah.
Someone's. It's got nothing to do with anything, but you just show up as a handmaid anyways, But that's DC in a nutshell.
It's always like the biggest broad you've ever seen wearing the fucking handmaid cloak, and it's like, well, to be lore accurate, none of them were fat, but okay, go off, queen.
Go off, queen.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my day with Reggie.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. I just saw something funny that Zenard posted in our general Discord. Apparently, a Brazilian funeral company is now selling Mario-themed coffins. You can choose from Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess Peach, or even Yoshi.
Oh, hell yeah.
Micah, which coffin you picking?
I really like the Yoshi one, actually. Okay. I'd probably go with that.
Okay. I'm picking Luigi.
Really?
I'm the Luigi in my family in the sense of I'm the younger brother, but I'm taller than my older brother. So
interesting.
My brother's the Mario, I'm the Luigi. I'll take it. Gene, which coffin you taking? Peach?
I'll I will request one with a Nintendo logo on it, like the official Nintendo logo, and put the official Nintendo seal of quality. So Nintendo's lawyers will dig me up and then sue my dead body for using their logo.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, they probably will anyways.
Yeah, and then everybody would just get to see how I look, like, wasted away and everything. I think that'd be fantastic.
So now you can
I'm in the news cycle again. You can't fucking get rid of me.
Yeah, can't get rid of them.
That's one way to ensure that I stay immortal.
Yeah. Now you can be a gamer even in death. So hooray! All right, let's move on to our next story, guys.
But Brazil will do that though, real quick, because there are like parades for Mario that just pop up in Brazil, like
sure,
yeah.
Yeah,
like they'll just be like, hey, we should throw a parade for Mario, and then the entire village will just fucking come together.
Like, yeah, all right,
dressed
Mario,
in Mario
Day.
Like Mario's like huge in Brazil.
Sure,
like that's why I want to move there, guys.
Yeah, Brazil's a huge gaming market, humongous.
It's so huge. Yeah, if there's any Brazilian honeys in the audience that want me to get married so I can get a green card to Brazil, I don't know how it works in Brazil, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Import me to Brazil.
Yeah,
they might just let you in. I don't know.
I think they will just let me in. Yeah, fuck it. So.
If you know any honeys for Gene,
so
write in.
I have mailed one package to Brazil during our course of doing the merch op. I've mailed one package to Brazil. Fun fact about Brazil, the USPS will not insure packages sent there. So I had to kind of tell that to the listener up front of like, that we're sending this uninsured and we hope it gets to you. They never told me it didn't. So I think it did, but like the tracking just stops once it hits Brazil and that's it. And you're just praying that it gets there. But if that listener is listening, look Gene up. You got a cousin, you got a sister, let Gene know.
Yeah. My dad used to live in Brazil when he was a kid.
Oh, that's cool. Was it?
Recife, I think is how it's called or pronounced. Said it was cool when he was a kid. That was a long time ago, though. All right. Next story we got right here. There is a Metroid movie allegedly in development, or being pitched right now, I should say. And it is between, at this time, Sony Pictures and Universal. Sony is doing the Zelda movie, which I'm still very nervous about. Having that Morbius guy involved, oh boy. But
yeah.
We can only hope. We can only have good thoughts about it, that's all we can do. But this is leaked via a movie leaker, I believe, called V-Scooper. And they were talking about like the Universal version of the movie in particular, at least a detail of it. They want to lean into horror, which I think is a good idea for Metroid. It's not going to be rated R or anything, but we can get at least a PG-13 Metroid movie, I think that's the way to do it. And I think Metroid is definitely one of the Nintendo IPs that could work, if not the best in live action compared to its other IP. Like if you do a live action Metroid movie, I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. But Gene, you like Metroid. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, I think we talked yesterday about adaptation versus expanding the world. I mean, I think Metroid could work as an adaptation because the stories are simple enough.
Very simple.
You couldn't fit Metal Gear Solid into one movie.
Space pirates are back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just make it moody, action filled.
Yeah. It's all about the vibe for Metroid, the atmosphere.
It really is just a vibes thing. And then Metroid is also so inspired by Aliens. So, there's already a movie parallel there. So Metroid would be definitely one of them. But like, I mean, like the only track record we have in Nintendo movies is fucking the Mario movies. And, and we talked about it earlier this month. Like the Mario movie is fun. It's fun, but they're not good movies.
No, it's not like Shakespeare or some shit like that.
They're not good stories. They're not even Marvel. Like it doesn't even meet that.
They're Illumination movies. They're like Minions quality, pretty much like the Despicable Me movies.
Yeah,
for the most part.
So it's like and like that Zelda movie leak like looks fucking raw. Like the actor looks amazing. So it's like, even though Arad or whatever, Arad-san, as Miyamoto says, is involved in that, maybe he won't touch it and maybe it'll be good. But yeah, we'll see. But Metroid is a much lower threshold than Mario or
yes.
Metroid makes the most sense, if anything,
it does.
out of all their IP.
It does.
To make a movie.
It's not the lowest stakes, I guess. Like Zelda is the highest stakes for me. but it's higher stakes. I feel like a Metroid movie to me, Gene, is maybe a little higher stakes than Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's just because I love Metroid and all that shit. But Mario is, of course, the most important thing for them. Micah, you're famously a huge Metroid fan.
Absolutely.
What would you like to see out of a Metroid movie?
I think Metroid could work better in live action because it's hard for me to articulate, but just hear me out. I feel like sci-fi can work better in live action without being as cheesy as like fantasy. Sure. I'm nervous about Zelda because it's like, I want the tunic to look cool, okay? I want him running around in his tunic and boots to look cool. I don't want it to look like he's LARPing. And there's a fine line with fantasy of like LARPing or Game of Thrones, like high quality, like, yes, these costumes are immaculate, versus like Rings of Power. And it's like, that's clearly plastic. That's made out of foam. So I feel like the thing with sci-fi is that when everything's shiny, metallic, dirty, you know, dark space caves, whatever, I feel like that would just, I'd have more confidence in that translating well to live action.
Sure.
Versus I'm really hoping they get Zelda right, but it's like, man, fantasy can be tricky. It can just look fucking stupid and dumb, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. I'm thinking about an actor or actress, whatever, to play Samus, and she might be too old now, I'm not sure, but I thought Emily Blunt would have been a good Samus. She was in Edge of Tomorrow and stuff like that.
Oh my god, dude, she was so goddamn hot in that goddamn movie. Holy shit, dude.
I'm trying to remember how like, old Samus
she was
is.
Crazy in that movie. Hunter Schafer. People keep talking about Hunter Schafer being Zelda, but I think she'd be good for Samus for sure too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I guess. But Samus, how old is Samus? I'm trying to see.
Young forever.
She's probably just in her 20s.
Yeah, I would say just in her 20s or early 30s at the most.
Yeah, I can't really see.
Probably 30.
She was 3
probably
years
30 something
old.
By Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is like probably the latest in the story, right? So.
Yeah, I think it is the timeline because the Prime games are a separate timeline.
They are.
Zelda style. It just says in Metroid Volume 1, Samus is 3 years old. 14 years old when she leaves Zebes to join the Galactic Federation. So then after, I think that's it.
I mean, Link has no age either. Link is like whatever age.
Yeah, I think it's like implied in Ocarina of Time. He's like adult Link's like 17.
I think they did say 17 at that time. Yeah,
yeah. He's
I
usually like
that he's 17, definitely not an adult, but like
18 when he's like an adult Link. I think he's like 17,
Link, but he's still
like
17.
Twilight Princess Link's. I think it's like 16 or 17 probably.
Yeah,
but you know, that's Japanese. Japanese games always had like teenager protagonists, I guess, and a lot of their things.
Dude, yeah. Remember in Cowboy Bebop, Jet Black is like supposed to be like the old 30. Guy, and he's like 32. You know?
Yeah, and he looks like he's 50.
He looks like he's 50, and he's like, yeah, my old age, blah blah blah, and it's like, or like fucking Sid in Final Fantasy VII. He's like, he's back in my day, and it's like, dude, you're 34. Like,
yeah, Cloud's like 21, I think. Yeah.
Japanese age scale is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, talk about the movie is, you know, I still haven't played Metroid Prime 4 really.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you didn't play it when it came out.
I didn't play it at all. I played it. I played like an hour of it, and I just didn't want to touch it. So now I think I might finally go back and give it a shot. I feel like enough time has been removed. People are more, you know, concerned about the child in Pragmata for some reason. So that, you know, now the discourse has moved on. I can focus on enjoying the game. I think, you know? Yeah.
Just play at your own leisure. All right. Well, this movie is definitely going to happen at some point because Nintendo's all in on the movie stuff. Next up, Gene, we talked about this a bit yesterday, but Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Switch 2 in August. Japan first. They're doing a month-long test to make sure everything's good before they launch it everywhere else. But I'm just going to read this from Square Enix's website, or the Final Fantasy XIV website. Final Fantasy XIV will make its debut on Nintendo Switch 2 in August 2026. Those playing Final Fantasy XIV for the first time on Nintendo Switch 2 purchase Final Fantasy XIV for Nintendo Switch 2 and subscription to play the game. Currently, FF14 players who wish to play on Nintendo Switch 2, if you already play 14 on another platform, you will still need to purchase Final Fantasy XIV for Switch 2 and a separate subscription for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the game. However, if you have remaining game time on another platform, the Nintendo Switch 2 subscription will be available at half the price, which we don't know what the price is. And there will be initial 1 month period to early access, like the server stability, which I just brought up. And a subscription to Nintendo Switch Online will not be required to play 14 on Nintendo Switch 2 in either the early access period or during the official service. Stay tuned for future updates. But yes, so you don't need NSO to play this, but you will need a separate subscription for Nintendo only to be able to play this, which I was there when this was announced and people in the audience were very confused by this. And like, what? It was definitely an awkward moment. I will say that in that big ass hall when they brought this shit up. Because everyone's like, oh, cool, Switch 2 version. Mm-hmm. Just kidding. You need another subscription as well.
Monkey's Paw.
100%. Gene, we talked about this. This is just a very Nintendo move. You got to slam dunk, but you always got to do one weird thing about it. Nintendo's got to get that cut, baby, somehow, one way or another. Micah, how excited are you to play 14 on Switch 2?
I will honestly say I've never been less excited about a game ever. And so, this does not interest me at all. I'm sorry. I already don't really like Final Fantasy.
Hey,
now it's an online thing with a subscription.
Easy.
Well, I haven't played ones that I've enjoyed, right? I did not like 15. Nobody did. You can throw me that one. Nobody likes
15?
Yeah. That game's trash, bro.
Top 5 Final Fantasy.
Good ending, dude. Good ending.
Great ending. Oh my god.
Who got that far? Nobody got that far.
I got the platinum in that game.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you would. You're like, come on, Noctis. Let's go hang out a bit. Sick of it. So it's like, I already don't really like Final Fantasy. And then on top of it, it's like, this? No.
Yeah.
No. I'm glad it's happening because it's good for third-party stuff to be on Nintendo Switch. Yeah. I'm happy about that. Yeah. But do I want to play this? No.
Yeah, you're out. I don't want to play this on Switch 2. No, thank you. I play this game on PC only, but it's on consoles already. So now that it's going to be on Switch, that's all the consoles. So that's good for the game. Risen wrote and said, hey, y'all, Final Fantasy XIV is finally hitting Nintendo Switch 2. I think its arrival alongside a forthcoming expansion is going to be big for the game, especially in Japan. There are loads of people primarily playing on Switch who have probably been waiting to jump in for a long time. Brad, as a 14 veteran, do you think the game will do really well on Switch 2? Or is it more of a casual audience that will be intimidated by an MMO? Speaking of which, Micah, any interest in dipping your toes in the cool waters of Eorzea? Cheers. No, Micah's out 100%.
Well, and I tried an MMO once and I really just didn't get it.
Which was it? What was it?
It was on Xbox. It was called like Onigiri or something.
Onigiri? I
did not like it. I just remember being like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. And the game was like so free-forming. And I was like, I just don't get it. And I don't like it.
Onigiri.
So I'm not just wasn't into it. I wanted to, because there was that game that tricked me. I don't remember what it was called, Black Desert or something. And on the trailer, I was like, yo, this looks sick. And then like, it's an MMO. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That E3 had me so fucking mad because I was like, this game looks fucking nasty, dude. And then they're like, the MMO experience. I'm like, fuck.
That's Crimson Desert people.
Yeah, no. So I was like, they keep ruining things that I was interested in. But oh well.
Do I think this will be big in Japan? Potentially. I don't know what the 14 audience is like in Japan, but we've talked about this, and Gene definitely knows this, that Nintendo dominates Japan. Dominates PlayStation. Of course, it dominates Xbox. So I guess, like, 14 is big in Japan, so I guess it could do well. I don't know. I don't know if it'll bring a whole lot of new people in. I'm not sure, but it's definitely good for the health of the game. I want to see, like, I'm curious to just try the game out with like a trial or something like that. I just want to see how it runs, because that could be a pretty demanding game. So I'm curious about that, but I could never see myself playing that game long term on a Switch 2. Gene, you talked about it yesterday, but do you just want to share some of your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I mean, not much else to say, really. I mean, I won't be playing it because I
Yeah.
don't want to play Final Fantasy 14.
Don't want to be addicted again.
I'm good. Again, Crimson Desert, and I won't talk about Crimson Desert in this episode, thankfully. But I'm addicted to that already, so it's like I couldn't do it. But also, it's like yeah, you could play solo, and that would get me into it. But it's like I don't want to play solo. I don't want to play with people. I don't want to fucking play Final Fantasy 14. Like I know the story is good. I'm good. I'm missing it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I wish I would prefer I'm a Final Fantasy 1 OG player. I want my good Final Fantasy stories in a single Final Fantasy story. I don't want it to be. I don't want to look forward to Evercold and worry about what Woke Lamau is doing or whatever.
Woke Lamau.
Yeah,
yeah. That's funny that you know that.
I do know that. I'm tapped in. I still pay attention a little bit because it's like. I'm looking in. It's like I'm checking in on my old meth head friends, and peering in and making sure they're okay. But yeah, no, I won't be playing FF14. As tempted as I am, and the Switch 2 is tempting, and I got a new PC, and it would run great. But also, FF14 runs great on the Steam Deck too, apparently.
Yeah, you can play it on the Steam Deck.
I would never play it there because I would never play FF14. So,
yeah. Gene, I'm gonna be honest. I give you until September to have started playing it. I feel like you're going to do it.
No. Because the Heaven's Sword, or even the one after Endwalker, like that would have been the one to play, or Storm, whatever.
Stormblood's after Heaven's Sword.
Okay, Stormblood. Yeah, well, any of them like would have been. I was super interested in all of them. Never played it. All of them.
Just the Switch too, though. The Switch does something to Gene where he's like, I simply must purchase this port. And I just feel like, Gene, I feel like you're going to be curious about it. And I think it's going to hook you.
Well, the thing is that it's online only. So it's like, I like to complete the Final... I would much prefer Final Fantasy 13 over 14 on the Switch. Final Fantasy 13.
Sure.
Get that lightning cutout bread, right?
I wish I still had that thing.
I know.
That thing was fucking sick.
I know. I wish I had one too.
Yeah.
I used to have a Dante cutout. I took one from GameStop. Damn. Did a DMC3 Dante, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the no shirt Dante. That's right.
Yep.
About that, yeah.
The stand on the cover. I used to have that in my dorm room. Ugh, that was so cool.
Man, Dante was so weird back then, Gene. I remember everyone's like, "Yeah, Dante's the fucking best," and all this kind of shit. And I was like, "Man, he's cheesy as fuck." I still like Devil May Cry, but I don't know why people love Dante. But now that I've gotten older, I'm more okay with it. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But,
no, I think I always loved Dante.
I know most people did. Bingo, he said it. Ha ha ha. I love all that shit.
Crazy pizza tie.
Yeah, pizza tie. Yeah, he's like some fucking Ninja Turtle.
He's a Ninja Turtle. That's what he is, man.
But as I got older, I'm more into it.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought the Michael Jackson dance in DMC5 was cringe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cringe.
I'm trying to think about 5. I liked 5 for the most part.
He was great. Everything else about 5 was great. Like the way it was written, the story. Literally, the only thing is like,
you don't like
Michael
the dance
Jackson,
with the hat.
A Michael Jackson reference, really, now in this day and age, and it's like, it feels like it would make more sense now with the fucking Michael movie out, and like that's being a banger. Which I kind of want to watch, but I kind of don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
like. I kind of don't care. I'd rather just watch Michael Jackson.
Just wait for it to go streaming or some shit.
Actually, yeah,
just watch it at home.
Good. Yeah, I don't need to see it in theater. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But fear not, listeners. I'll play 14. I'm the one person at the network who will do it because I unironically enjoy that game.
You're our Damiani.
So. Yeah, I am our Damiani. Dude, Damiani's on a whole different level.
That is true. Damiani is like Damiani is on a whole different level.
Yeah, he's insane.
Like it is his life, basically.
Yeah,
so.
That's my old coworker, Micah. Yeah, just for context.
I've heard the name before, but I did not. I don't have a face to put to it. What I'm
famous.
Picturing is Big Dom from the Philadelphia Eagles.
You can call him Big Dom, yeah. Michael Damiani. Gene, you may remember when Phantom Hourglass was shown at E3, they had someone playing it on stage live. That was Michael Damiani playing it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Wow. Wait, did he used to work for anybody at the time? Or
no, he was just like a big Zola person back in the day.
Kidding.
Like,
wow,
known for it,
cool.
yeah.
Well, nice. He was a little part of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Damiani is like Easy Allies is like resident like Final Fantasy 14 like resident basically. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he is a residence. He lives in FF14.
I've played 14 with him on and off over the years, and that guy just fucking knows everything. Knows everything. And he loves not telling me what's going to happen and shit to watch me die. He loves trolling. All right, speaking of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo is out now on Switch 2. The full game comes out on June 3rd. Gene, do you think you're going to check out this demo? Just see how it's running?
Yeah, I guess so, right? Because it's like, because it's like I don't want to play a demo because I'd rather play the full game, but I already played the game, so it's like might as well just download it right now. The thing with the downloading stuff on the Switch too is like, I still don't have a storage card that's like all that big, so it's like that's kind of what's keeping me from playing the Switch 2 a lot. Is that like I feel like they still don't really have storage cards, or I haven't bought one yet. I don't know. I haven't checked recently. But at launch, they didn't have a lot of cards that could hold a lot of space. You know, I just have 256. It comes with 256, and I get another card that's 256, so it's like half a terabyte. Yeah. So I kind of don't want to clog it up with the demo that I don't really care about. But you know, I could delete a Xenoblade here or there to check it out.
Is it a micro SD card? I'm trying to remember. In the Switch,
it's some kind of specialized SD card that you can't just use. You can't just use the same one from the Switch 1. I'm forgetting the exact phrasing of it, but yeah, because it sucks because I literally have a 2 terabyte Switch card, and then now it's like, oh, I can't use it. So, but the 2 terabyte is in my Switch Lite, so my Switch Lite is fucking jam packed with games, bro. It's awesome.
I just googled, Switch 2 terabyte micro SD Express, and on Amazon it's going for $289.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of cash. So fuck that, dude.
I'll think about it later, but not now.
As I've gotten older, Gene, I've just been so okay with just deleting games off my space. I'm like, whatever, dude, just fuck it. If I'm gonna play again, I'll download it. It's fine.
I have been less okay with that.
I know. A lot of people are like that, I think.
Yeah.
That I've met.
I actually bought a 2 terabyte SSD for the PS5 Pro.
Damn, 2 terabyte.
So I basically have every PS5 game I own on the PS5 Pro. Like maybe there's like a couple, like I don't have like Forspoken installed on it or whatever, but like, not talking shit about Forspoken. I like it, but it's like not a game I need like anywhere right now.
Yeah, I'll talk shit on that game. I played a decent amount of it.
I loved it.
Cool.
Well, I don't know if I say I loved it, but it's like it was good.
There's like parts of the combat where I was like, "There's something here."
The combat's good.
There's something here, but everything else just kind of
the story was okay.
It's just kind of boring to me, that game.
The world was pretty boring. The world there wasn't a lot to do in the world other than like combat, So that's why it's like like I like the combat, but other than that, though, you're just kind of like zipping around the world. Now I kind of want to play it now. God damn it!
No, that's all right, dude. You're good. Yeah. You don't need to play that. Mike, I know you love Final Fantasy. As you stated earlier, you can check this out.
Oh, no. I mean,
I'm just doing my due diligence in passing
you. If there's one thing I'm especially sick of, it's Final Fantasy VII. Because you know damn well that Colin's going to replay parts of it again when the last piece of it comes out. I'm going to have to sit through it again. All right. Excellent. He keeps doing this to me. It's like new Death Stranding. I got to replay the entirety of the first one. Oh, George Soros's game's coming out. I got to replay Returnal. I'm like, God damn it. I'm sick of it. I got to see all these games, 10 fucking times through. And then he plays the new one. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Well, sorry, Micah. That's the life you married into.
It is. It sure is.
All right. Quick little thing, but good news. Mina the Hollower has finally gone gold this year.
It's coming out, Brad. Give it up.
Shh, silence. Silence.
I heard the studio burst into flames and the game was lost forever.
No, dude, no. Please, no. This is from Yacht Club Games, the developers behind Shovel Knight. But their follow-up game, Mina the Hollower, is finally coming. I played this game like 3 years ago. And I was like, oh, it's good already. And it's finally coming out now. This has been like a meme almost for how long this game has been delayed and just not coming out. I think it's supposed to come out last October as well. They still have not given an official date, though, for this game. I think they're just going to be like, okay, it's available now at this point. But they tweeted out, Mina the Hollower has officially gone gold. The game is complete and has begun the submission process with our first-party partners. We'll know the release date soon. As soon as we can share it, you'll know it. Thanks for sticking with us. We can't wait for you to play. And the first tweet I see below it is from your husband, Colin Moriarty, with the guy with the beard doing the nod of approval. So it's finally happening. I'm very excited about this. Gene, are you curious about this game at all?
I am good friends with Celia over at Yacht Club Games, so maybe there's some bias there. But like I did like Shovel Knight. I didn't love Shovel Knight, but I did like it quite a bit. And it was like pretty iconic as an indie game.
Yeah, it was
back in the day, right? So I love the Shovel Knight aesthetic. If anything, just like the fact that the idea of Shovel. This is like when people used to say to me, but I like the idea of Shovel Knight more than the actual game. So Mina the Howler seems definitely like more of that, but like more kind of my game. It's kind of like the way I look at Saint Slayer. Like I kind of want to play Saint Slayer actually.
Sure, yeah.
It looks kind of yummy. Actually, it actually looks delicious as a game. Saint Slayer, a nice little NES snack, and that's what Mina the Howler looks like too. So very very excited. Can't wait. Finally, it's the Silk Song of the Nintendo of the old school Nintendo fans, right? So
yeah. It's the closest we have to like that of being forever delayed, but people are excited about it. Not near the level of Silk Song, but I'm looking forward to it. Nice little Game Boy Color looking game.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Damn, I kind of miss playing Silk Song now too.
Yeah,
but
good game.
I think I'm good.
Good game. All right, guys, let's talk about what we're playing. I'll just go first because you guys are gonna have a lot to talk about. Tomodachi Life. As always, I talked about more in depth on Summon Sign with Gene on that episode, but I played some of Saint Slayer for a little bit. I'm on level 19 out of 21, I believe, and it's pretty good. I'm having a good time playing it. I am the target audience for a game like this, though. It is very much an old school Castlevania, Zelda 2 inspired little retro romp, and I think it's been pretty fun so far. There's been a couple parts where I wanted to strangle Colin through my screen, but for the most part, it's been a good time overall. $10 also, dude, very fair price. So if you're curious about it, I was not paid to endorse the game whatsoever by them because, it's my boss's game. So,
but you were threatened. We did not pay you, but we did threaten.
Well, it wasn't like a direct threat. It was more indirect, but like I picked up on it. So
it was a picture of your parents, but all the eyes were X'd out.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. But yeah, it's a cool game. Check it out, especially if you like those old games, or if you're just curious what the boys at Lily Mo have been up to. Still play Marathon with Dustin and Pork Poncho. Been a good time. I actually played with Jimmy last night, so that's been a lot of fun. The highs and the lowest of lows in that game as always. So it's been a good time. And I'm trying to think if I played anything else. Not really, dude. I haven't played a whole lot. I still need to get back to Pragmata. And Soros is just now coming out, George Soros' game. So hopefully I'll be playing that soon because I like Housemarque. But that's about it for me. Now I'll hand it off to Gene. Gene, anything you want to talk about besides Tomodachi Life first?
No, not really, because I am actually only playing Tomodachi Life. Actually, last night I played 8 straight hours of Tomodachi Life. Is that possible? How? People always say, no, you should only play for 30-40 minutes because everything gets so repetitive. You know what? Guess what? You can just skip the repetitive cutscenes. I don't have to hear being like, oh, Micah, I'm totally into gooning. I can just skip that all the time. Of course, gooning is part of my lingua franca of Touchgrass Island that I've developed. But here's a little a tip that I realized that should have been very obvious, but I didn't know. So the island, the space that you can create in Tomodachi Life expands with the more residents you have, right? How big is your island? Are you at the maximum expansion yet, Micah? How many people do you have?
No. I have, let me think. There's you, Brad, Maddie, Cog, Chris, Colin, Dustin, me, and Locke. That's it so far. So I have many more people to add.
10 to 12-ish people, right? So the more people you have on the island, the bigger your island can get, the play size. But so I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I have the max to hit the maximum size, you have to have 35 Miis in your game, which is a lot. The maximum Miis you can have is 70, which is so many people, right? Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm kind of running out of people. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I was actually running out of people that I wanted to put into my game that I know in real life. So I had about 24 people that I actually put in. Of course, I put Micah there, Colin in there. Thankfully, Micah and Colin are in love with each other now. you guys are actually the first mutual requited love interests. I have a couple couples on my island, but you guys are the only ones that actually like made the connection and like hooked up. And now I think you guys are about to like ask each other out on dates. But it was interesting though, because it's like I was actually like worried when Colin started to ask Micah out on a date, and then Micah was like, and I was like, oh shit, is Micah actually gonna say no? I was actually like on the edge of my seat, like it's a fucking reality show, you know? And that's what's so fun about Tomodachi Life. And of course she said yes. I was like, oh, thank God. I don't want to start over that relationship over again, because I need them to move together so I can have more space, you know?
Yes.
Gotta start consolidating.
Yeah. But here's a tip. You need 35 people to have your maximum island. Just clone yourself 35 times.
Damn.
Just do that 35 times, and you'll get the maximum size island within 10 minutes. Listen to a podcast, listen to us for a little bit. It's a little tedious to have to clone them over and over again. Once you get 35 versions of yourself on the island, boom, you got the biggest size island possible, and then you kill everybody, or you kill all your clones. To just get rid of them, and then you could just be on a massive island by yourself or with your buddies. So I had 25 people on my island. I was like, oh, I could just clone myself 10 times. I'll hit 35, see what happens. Boom. Psh, my island's at the biggest size right now. Perfect. Went back in, killed 10 of my clones, and now 24 of my good friends and Gabe Newell are hanging out on the island, and now I can actually figure stuff out. So now I'm in the process of designing my island. I basically have it. The left side is the commercial side, the urban environment where all the stores are at. And then in the center is the wishing fountain, which is like the hub of Tomodachi Life. That's where you level up. That's where you get your new gear that you can. You basically go there to cast friendliness into the wishing fountain, and then the wishing fountain will emerge new products and new stuff that you can put around your island. And then on the right side is, of course, the residential area. And that's where all the houses are. There are 2 mansions. I'm living with my best pal, Joey. He's like a brother to me. And it turned out that we got along just perfectly fine in the game as well. So we're roommates. And Micah and Colin are about to move in with each other. And my other friends, like they're lesbians. They're living together. So like that, it's a lot of fun. It's just like a reality show. Like I'm actually like a little worried about how people are gonna like end up together. Again, Reggie Fils-Aimé was hitting on my friend, and I told him like, no, Reggie, stop that. That's not why I put you on the island here for. I put you on here for shits and giggles. And I know you in real life. I put Doug Bowser in there too. So Doug Bowser's little. I got 2 bald people. I got Cog and Doug Bowser in there. They were really easy to make. Of course, I realize I do know Hideo Kojima in real life, so he's in my game too. He is listed as a visionary, and I'm giving him shit like sushi and toy robots. I was like, I know you like this, and he actually didn't like Toy Robot. He didn't like it. I was like, what the fuck, Hideo? You have this shit all over your office in real life. And he even asked me, he was like, well, if you know the real me in real life, what would we do? And I was like, we would discuss design philosophies in games. And I just typed that in. So it's like, I have a lot of random shit right here. Like here's my best friend Karen saying, because of course, gooning is part of the language in my game. So here she is telling me last night, really, I totally disagree. In fact, I'm into gooning in public.
Oh shit!
She says that right there.
Now you got to bring back the goon aside.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got to put in.
Introduce that into the lore.
Oh, that would be so like dark. I'm not gonna do that. Like I thought, I live in DC, so I thought about putting like Donald Trump and Obama in there. And I was like, I don't want to fucking put
politicians
Donald Trump any politician in there. I think I'm good. So that's why it's like, I'll put in the president. I put Jeff Keighley in there. So
excellent.
I showed him off yesterday on Summon Sign, but Jeff Keighley has like a permanent like furrow on his mouth and like brow because like he's so fucking stressed out. Like I can't imagine what his life is like. He just has to like manage all these events, and that just means dealing with so many fucking people all the time. Like imagine like having sacred symbols live, how stressful that is, Micah, right? That's pretty stressful, right?
Oh yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, you hate it, right? Like you hate it every single time. Imagine you have to do that at like the scale of the Game Awards, you know?
And people fucking fillet you over every decision. At least with our live shows, people are like, it was pretty good. And it's like the Game Awards, people are like, worst one ever.
Yeah. With the live shows, it's like, oh, the sound was weird or whatever. It's like, oh, fucking hate Chris, whatever like that. That's about it. But like with Jeff Keighley, it's like, I fucking hate you, High Guard. Well, how dare you put High Guard in there? Blah blah blah. And how dare you not show this game?
You lied to me, Jeff Keighley.
It's not even his fault. He's not the one He's not the one telling people to make sure that we get fucking Elden Ring 2 on there. You know, like he can't do it. He can't do shit. He can't just whip people into making a game like out of nowhere. Unless you want him to AI generated, then he'll do that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jeff Keighley's in there. I added him in there. But yeah, I think I have kind of run into the limit of who I want because I pretty much have everyone in LSM. I even put Brad in there. Brad is just like generic.
Wow, even me?
Yeah, even you, Brad. Well, Brad. Well, it's like Brad and Micah. Like Micah's only other friend beside Colin is Brad, so that makes sense. Cog is a complete loner in there. Like no one's paying attention to him. I feel sorry for him. So like I'm actually having to like drag him to like make friends with other people. Who else is on the network? I don't have Locke in there. Maybe I should put.
What about Dustin?
Oh, I need to put in Dustin. I don't know why. Even Dustin, what I didn't even put in Dustin though. So
Damn.
Damn. And Dustin's me would actually be fun because he's got that little goatee.
Yeah.
And his hair is always changing too. But I just discovered the hair. Speaking of Dustin's hair, I couldn't make him have the longer hair because there's a weird little mechanic where you can change the bangs of the hair in the front and then the back as well. So that's how I made Gabe Newell's like mullet, basically, where you can have him like balding in the front and like he's got all like the parties in the back, baby, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like gray, it's like graying at the fringes. Like it's really, really like robust, actually. There's so much you can do in there. And there's also a website called tomodachishare.com. And that's where a lot of people are kind of sharing like how to make certain characters. Like this is how you make Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cool.
This is how you make, if you want to put it Isabelle from Animal Crossing, this is how I designed her. You want the Persona, you want Joker from Persona 5 in there, put him in there. Cloud, of course, Sephiroth. I think the number one most voted character or the most liked character in that database right now. Guess who?
Leon?
It is Leon Kennedy.
I knew it, dude. I fucking knew it. Yeah.
I've seen some
Leon
really
Kennedy,
good ones.
man.
I knew it, dude. They cannot stop greeting to Leon.
Dude, Leon Kennedy is like it's so funny. People are like, oh, Resident Evil's kind of niche. And it's like, dude, Leon Kennedy is a fucking
He's
star,
gone
man.
beyond the games, it feels like. Almost. He's just like
I think
that
so.
iconic.
I think you're right. Yeah. Because I mean, like, there's that whole discourse about people not playing Resident Evil games, and it's like it's just mostly girls gooning over Leon, basically. But yeah, Leon Kennedy is indeed the first one. Completely forgot. There's actually a second person that I don't technically know. This is the first fake person in the game that I put in. Grace Ashcroft.
Aha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because she's cute and she's super scared all the time, and it's like, oh, cool. Like that's a different personality.
You can give her the nervous walk, quirk.
Exactly.
Stutter.
So yeah, I love that. I love that about the game. Like you can give them like little nervous walks and everything. I put my model friend Morgan in there, so she's like strutting around like a model. You, Micah, I didn't give too much personality to you yet, but I definitely gave you the super excited greeting.
I gave myself that.
Yeah.
You gave yourself that? Oh, that's so cute.
Accurate.
Okay, good. And then so every time you see me, you're like, oh, hoy, hoy, Gene Park.
Hoy, hoy.
That's what you say. I swear to God, I don't think I made you say that either. You just go, oh,
no, because Brad, I gave one of the enthusiastic greetings, and he also does that sometimes, or he'll do hey, 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 like he's Fat Albert. So
yeah, I famously do that in real life all the time.
Yeah,
you do. You absolutely do. You're also the tallest one on the island. You and Maddie.
Oh, Reggie is the tallest one in mine. In Game Newell too.
Reggie's tall. How tall is
Reggie's tall, but you know who's taller is Alexis from Reddit. Alexis is just way taller than Reggie, which is crazy. That's massive. But Reggie and Gabe Newell are, because Gabe Newell is fucking gigantic too. Like he has a lot of man there.
A lot of man.
Yeah. I put, of course, speaking of a lot of man, I put David Jaffe in there too. So.
Oh, okay.
I gotta add Jaffe still. I have a couple people still from LSM I need to add, but I'm the only woman right now on the island, and I need to add in more. But the problem is that while I've met some of the LSM significant others, besides Holly, who I'm going to add, I don't know them well enough to feel comfortable putting them in here. But so then I was like, but I don't want to put like weird famous people and have it be like, oh, Maddie is really hitting it off with, I don't know, fucking random famous woman, Brie Larson. So what I'm going to do though is put funny famous people like Paula Deen in there. And like, you know, like Kathy Mitchell from the Dump Dinners infomercials. Like, I'm going to throw in some random women like that.
You can just make Paula Deen say the N-word there.
Yeah.
She could. She absolutely could, and maybe she will.
Yeah,
and so it's like, that's going to be my solution.
Yeah, you could put that in there too, and it'd be fine because there's no objection to it, you know?
Right? But so it's like, I'm going to add in some weird women to pair some of these people off with, because it's like, I don't know Maddie's wife well enough to feel comfortable putting her in there. I don't know Brad's girlfriend well enough, but and I don't want it to be weird. You know, I don't want it to be weird either. So, well, weird in a bad way. It's gonna be weird in a good way when Brad starts dating Paula Deen or something. It's gonna be hysterical. Exactly. That's what we want. We want funny. We want zany.
Yeah, the only significant others I put in there are, you know, you, Micah, and my friend lesbians, my lesbian friends.
Friend lesbians.
Yeah, that's her name, lesbians. Yeah.
That sounds like an anime title. My friend lesbians.
My friend lesbians. I know. Yeah, my hero lesbians. My friend lesbians actually is a pretty good slice of life anime title.
We got to make that a thing.
So it's Colin, Micah, the lesbians, and my sister and her husband. I put them in there. Those are the three couples. Oh, and my two content creator friends, your boy Roshi and Shira. So there's actually 4 couples on the island right now. So it's interesting. And you guys can make babies. I didn't know it went that far. I've yet to see a baby yet, but nobody's really like moved into each other besides Colin and Micah, but you guys are about to. And your boy Roshi and Shira are moving into each other, but they haven't quite hooked up yet. If it feels like the way I talk about this, it feels like I'm talking about a reality show. It feels like I'm talking about like Love Island or whatever. I don't watch reality shows at all, but you know, this is how people sound when they talk about them. You know,
it is though. Like there's a lot of I loved Jersey Shore. It's really the only reality show I ever truly got into, and there's some of that energy here because like some of the happenings on my island, like Brad and Colin are beefing. And I don't know why, but every time I put them together, they end up fighting. So like Brad's just a troublemaker and he's making Colin upset.
It's the hat.
Cog, as I mentioned, Cog's being really mean to Chris. However, Cog is trying to befriend Lockmort and Locke is indifferent. And like every time I try to put them together, like Cog is like super enthusiastic and Lockmort does not care. And, you know, Gene, there's the friendship system. So like it'll show like Dustin has Brad as a best friend. What Brad as Dustin is just a friend. And it's like, so friendships can be like really one-sided. So it's like with Cog and Locke, it's like Cog has it as like vibes with Lockmort and Lockmort's listed as indifferent. Damn. And it's like completely one-sided and unbalanced. And it just adds to the humor.
The drama.
Yeah. Colin, Chris, and Dustin moved in together and you get to name the friend group. So I named it Golden Gay Time, which is a brand of ice cream in Australia.
Of course.
But so whenever they go on vacations, it'll say like Golden Gay Time goes to Kyoto or wherever like I send them. Maddie and Gene have really bonded over their respect for Phil Spencer. They keep talking about him ever since I gave them that prompt. That's just like your guys' number one prompt now. Gene and Dustin were up late playing maracas in Dustin's room while Colin and Chris were trying to sleep. You guys are just not good roommates, not good neighbors. Because I just had a couple updates here. Locke, Dustin, Brad, and I are in the Chris Chan fan forum. And we had a meeting about how much we love Chris Chan.
Oh, no.
And I think it was Dustin said that he wanted to get a cardboard cutout of Chris Chan for his house.
That's funny.
Like it's so fun. It's so fun and stupid. The dream sequences, Gene, are another really funny thing. Like Chris, it'll show that they're dreaming and sometimes you can click on it. And Chris was dreaming that we were worshiping a hamster. I mean, they're just so unexpected. Brad was dreaming about all brand cereal because I put Allbrand in the game. I love Allbrand. It's just unexpected. It's always something unexpected, and like the relationships that I try to force, like I didn't have to force it. Maddie and Cog ended up being best friends immediately, and that was just really funny. But then it's like I'm trying to get Maddie and Lockmort to be friends, and Lockmort is like a little filbert. He is not being friendly with anybody, and like everyone I try to pair him up with, he's like doesn't care. So it's just interesting when you know the real life people, and then you're trying to get them to behave like themselves. But like I keep trying to get Micah and Colin together, and it's not working.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, like. I need you guys to be together, and it's just not happening. They're just stuck at like the best friends stage. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I keep trying to send us on vacations together. You know, Brad took the boys to Australia. That was funny. But so I'm loving the game, but it really does, having real life people in it adds this whole layer, because you have expectations on how they'll behave and who they should be friends with. And when it goes well, it's really funny, just like, oh my god, it worked. And when it doesn't go well, it's like, Cog, like, why are you being such a jerk, dude? Like, he's like one of the nicest people ever. He's being really mean to Chris. It's just adds this whole layer of like humor to it.
Do you have anyone on your island that's not like someone you know in real life, like a character from something, like Crom from Fire Emblem?
Not yet. No, that's the thing. I do want to, like, when I run out of people, like Gene said, like when I run out of people that I am like close with and have added, then I'm going to start being like, I don't know, what's that Gritty? You know, the fucking Philadelphia Flyers mascot. Like,
you got to add the Gears of War cast. Marcus,
oh
Dom,
my god,
Bear,
not the new
Cole.
ones though.
No, just the OGs, the old four.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because I need more women though.
Oh yeah,
we have a desperate need.
You can put
for women.
Put Anya in there.
Anya, yeah, she's good. And then there was the brown-haired lady, but Sam, was that her name?
I don't remember.
I liked her.
You don't
too.
want Kate? Is that what you're telling me?
We don't want Kate. Nobody does. But yeah, I definitely need to add more women, and we're gonna get fucking weird with that.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing with me is that I mostly have women friends, so like I actually have quite a bit of women, and my diversity is actually pretty good on my island too. Of course, I got Micah, I got Cog, your boy Roshi and Shira are both black too. You know, I have one trans friend in there. You know, I got gay folks, lesbians, Asians, white folks. You know, Brad, even Brad.
Even Brad.
Even Brad. Not
Brad.
Dustin, though, for some reason. I actually feel bad not putting Dustin now. I completely forgot about
Fake friend,
Dustin.
dude. Damn.
Completely forgot about Dustin. I actually really like Dustin quite a bit as a person, so.
Fake friend.
I don't know why I put Mr. Matty Plays over Dustin in there. I've never even fucking met Matty. So. I've literally met Dustin's parents like several times. I've been at their house.
I know you guys went to dinner together.
We went to dinner together. I've hung out with his mom and dad like more than 3 times now at this point, like a lot. More than most people's parents. I should put Dustin in. Dustin, I know you're listening. My apologies.
I gotta throw his parents in as well. They're awesome.
Oh,
they're
I
really
love them.
fun people. I gotta throw them in.
Dustin's parents are like way cooler than actual Dustin, actually. Like. to be quite fair, I was like, wow, these guys are so interesting. They're so cool, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just fucking with you, Dustin. I don't know why I don't know why I'm roasting Dustin, but I also don't know why I put him. I swear to God, I think he might be the only member of LSM that I didn't put in. It's crazy.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, amazing game. Like I am. You know, like Maddie on Summon Sign was asking yesterday about like Endgame, and it's like, Maddie, I don't think you're gonna like this game because it's like, I think Maddie struggles with like farm games and like games where you're about like just about
vibing,
just the creation of it, right? Because it's like you can't just like make them, you can't just import the Mii. Like you really gotta like sit down, make the Mii yourself, just like you, Micah. I was Googling my own friends, and looking at their fucking faces. Yeah, and I mentioned this on Summon Sign yesterday. I just straight up asked Brad for his fucking birthday, but for you, I didn't feel like bugging you, so I actually just like Googled Micah Moriarty birthday.
I did the same for Gene, I googled Gene's birthday and I found your Instagram post.
I found your Instagram post, and you're like, "Hey, happy birthday, Trouble! Trouble is whatever this year's old, and I'm 3 times as much." So I was like, "Okay,
That's funny.
Okay, so
Both of you asked me for my age through Discord.
Well, because I asked Colin
You wouldn't
first. I was
ask
like,
each other.
Colin, I was like, how old is Brad? And he's like, I don't know, like 35 or something. And I was like,
even Brad.
and then it's like, I had no idea how old Lockmort was. Like, I was just genuinely stumped. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know
this guy
Lockport's
is.
exact age off the top of my head either.
And so I sent him a message. I was like, Lockmort, how old are you?
I think I guessed Cog's age. I think Cog is the only birthday I haven't quite gotten.
I guessed with Cog, so I found his birthday on Twitter, but I don't know how old he is. And I didn't want to ask. I don't know.
Sure.
I felt strange about asking him. So I just was like, well, I screw it. I think I put that he was like 45.
I put him as 45 as well because I recall saying that he is 1 year older than I am. So
yeah,
it's like,
I just know he's older than me. That's all I know.
Yeah. So I put him in there. I put his big old bald head in there, and he's having fun. He's
Big old bald head.
Yeah, I put Colin in a band shirt.
Nice.
He's got this permanent scowl on his face, but he's so funny that like I made him grumpy, but like his only personality right now is being in love with Micah. Like that's all he fucking talks about. Like, okay, alrighty,
that's good.
I'm not sure if this is how it happened, but
and it's not working at all on my island. We hang out all the time. I keep putting Colin and I together, but like we're just best friends. And I'm like, dude, like what more can I ask for? I'm the only woman here. Like,
Yeah.
and even then, I'm not his first choice, so it's not going well. But I'm also it's like I haven't had the guy say anything too crazy yet. At some point we're gonna run out of prompts, and I'm just gonna be like, do you want to talk? I did add pooping your pants, famous Maddie story.
Yeah.
And that prompt happened where like Maddie and Gene were discussing the logistics of pooping your pants. I'm like, this is exactly
that's a real conversation, probably.
Humor.
Yeah. Why don't you put one of your like barbecue podcast people in there, Micah?
Oh, I should. I really should. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Put Malcolm Reed in there. It's the only way I'll get to meet him.
Yeah,
a lot of
I
potential.
did think about putting Kanye West in there.
Oh,
He's just gonna cause problems.
if you have him in there, Gene, you got to go all the way.
Yeah,
And there's you got to
like,
have chance he can say some stuff he probably shouldn't say.
you know what? The more you mention that, I'm like, I think I can skirt the line where it's like I'm not gonna make him say like all the things that he said.
Yeah, maybe a few,
but some of them, like
it's got to be authentic.
yeah.
You got to be a little nervous about what they're gonna say.
Yeah, my favorite thing is whenever he was like I'm not gonna name the race of the doctor, and he just a second later he just it was a blue doctor.
Yeah. Classic. Classic
I
Kanye.
might put Kanye in there. Christian
Kanye.
is in the TomodachiShare.com as well. Too,
Oh,
so you
of course he is.
Jesus.
You can just make them.
I don't know. Is Christian trans? I don't even know.
I don't know. I try not to pay attention at all. It's not. I'm not you guys. I'm not interested at all.
I'm not either.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I have been forced to learn about Christian because it started with Dustin in that documentary.
Yeah, him
and then Colin started watching it. And now there's a remake of the documentary. Okay, and Colin's watching the remake of the documentary, and he's telling me random fun facts about it. So it's like this is really not my doing. I haven't sought out any information about Christian outside the Etsy shop. I did look at the Etsy shop.
No, thank you. As somebody who's like dealt with a lot of like mentally ill, crazy, disturbed people, I'm just like I'm good. Just leave them alone, and hope they don't hurt anyone else.
When's Colin's birthday?
October 14th.
We should get him something from the Christian Etsy shop.
I have considered it. But he's worried that it's cursed. Colin is pretty superstitious, and he's worried about the curse of the Sonichu pendant because I've considered getting him like one of Christian's original drawings.
We should get him.
But even like the original drawings, he's like, I feel like there is like a curse of Christian. People who get involved with this guy end up cursed. And Colin's like wicked superstitious compared to me because I'm like, that's a load of hooey, But I think he's like mildly spooked by the Christian rumors.
Dude, this shit is fucking crazy. I'm looking at all this stuff right now.
I'm sorry. It's like $200 for like some shitty
we should
crayon
buy
drawing.
We should buy all the Sacred Boys some Chris Chan merch or something like that.
I have considered it, trust me, but also I don't want to spend money on it. I'm like, I can put my money towards way better stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, Kanye is the most controversial person I'll put on my island. That's about it. And Colin, I guess.
Yeah.
Colin. I wasn't gonna put anyone from LSM, but I was like, well, Colin's like so like easy to make though. So
yeah,
it's like, and I really do want
to. Good to go.
Yeah, and it's like I really wanted to put Micah on the island. Like it was really I need Micah on here. And I give Micah like this big fucking like cheesy grin, like that, you know, like because
you gave me like the Steven Universe like bean mouth smile.
Exactly. Yeah. I gave you the little bean mouth. Yeah, I showed her to Micah. And I was like, if I gotta put Micah in here, I gotta put Colin in here. You know, like I don't want Micah all by herself.
So Reggie and I couldn't be together. Like Gene, you really ruined that for me.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should have just let that happen. Right. Let's like maybe like Reggie's just a lecher. You know, like he's just like. Can't keep his hands off.
I like him old.
Of friends. I know, yeah. I know, like Daddy Reggie. You know, he is a daddy. You know.
Yeah.
But like, look at the breadth of conversation that we had about this game. You know, like it's
exactly.
Yeah.
Brad, you got to start playing. You got to make your own island.
Not against it. Just I'm literally dying with how much stuff I have to play still right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I made your catchrize Cheesecake Factory is the best because you misbehave.
You're mad about it. That's how you punish me is my me in Tomodachi life.
Wait a minute. Did you go to Jollibee or not?
No, I didn't go.
Oh my! I thought you just didn't get the spaghetti.
No, because I heard from everyone that went that it was the line. I saw a picture was outside the place around the shopping center. The line.
Wait, what's Jollibee? Catch me up on this.
I love Jollibee. There was a Final Fantasy XIV collab with Jollibee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And there was one particular by the convention center, but no, it was like swarmed. I couldn't do it. It's not happening.
You could have done it, Brad. You have my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Wait, Micah, you like Jollibee?
I've never been. I just wanted Brad to try it.
She just wants me to get spaghetti there. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to know, though. I wanted you to get the meal and maybe the spaghetti, but I just wanted to know about it. I've never gotten to go to Jollibee.
No, I've eaten the Jolly Spaghetti many times. It's a Filipino joint, so it looks
so good.
It's very sweet. That's what Filipino spaghetti is. Very sweet. They use very sweet sauces. They have a little Vienna sausages in there too. But it's good. It's a very sweet spaghetti. That's what
Brad has let us down. First, he was supposed to get the Popeyes one-piece meal, and he didn't feel like doing that. And then he was supposed to go to Jollibee, and he didn't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna mess with you in Tomodachi life now.
Jollibee has hands down, like, sorry Popeyes, but Jollibee has hands down the best fried chicken.
You hear this, Brad? This is what you're missing. This is what you missed out on.
I hear this.
It is the juiciest. It is the crispiest. Like, they put some weird shit in there to make it taste so fucking good, but it tastes way better than any other chicken you've ever tasted. I show Speed went to the Philippines and he went to a Jollibee, and he had a bite and he was like, "What the fuck are you putting in this? Why is this so good?" He was like angry, like he was like indignant because it's so good. Gotta try Jollibee.
This pisses me off because Brad over here, fucking 10 feet tall. He could take 3 steps out of his house and be a Jollibee. So like,
I might order some. Let's see if my local Jollibee has some Final Fantasy stuff on it. I'll get a bucket. Hell yeah.
The meal was expensive, I remember, but it came with a lot of stuff.
Brad, you have money for a meal.
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy it. You know what?
You didn't
Fuck
buy
you,
it.
Mike. I'm not going just because you're complaining about it now. You blew it.
You weren't going to go anyways.
You blew it.
KFC and Genshin Impact had that collab a couple years ago, too. Yeah. And people in China went fucking
There was a
Diablo
one I remember for Diablo 4. If you got the double down, which is the sandwich that has chicken instead of bread, you get like a code, like a beta code for Diablo or something like that. I think Dustin did it, actually.
I just messaged Dustin yesterday because Burger King Japan has brought back the baby body burger, which is like 5 patties, 8 slices of cheese or something. And I was like, you must get back to Japan immediately and get this meal.
All right, I found a Jollibee. There's actually one closer than I thought. I gotta make sure the girlfriend wants it as well, dude. When am I gonna go? Like just solo?
Yeah, you're allowed to go eat a meal
I
by
know, but
yourself,
it's like,
Bradley. It won't kill you.
what am I going to go, like 3 p.m. just randomly when I'm not
I
hungry?
don't know. When do you eat? Just go get some food. Just go get lunch.
Sorry, I got to go eat Jollibee because my coworker is obsessed about me eating spaghetti from there.
You brought this up. It was
I did bring up the
to go try
spaghetti.
it.
The
You got
spaghetti
everyone
was all
excited
you.
and hyped about it. No, but Jollibee, you got the audience whipped into a frenzy that you were going to try it. Same with the One Piece Popeyes meal. Brad
This
is all hype and
this is the opposite
no
of the Mario.
substance.
This is the opposite of Brad trying to get Micah to watch the Mario movie. Now,
Well,
is.
you know what? If we hosted a fried chicken podcast or
We kind of do.
a fast food podcast, then I'm like, okay, fine.
kind of do. According to Micah, yes, we do. Yeah.
A barbecue podcast, that's a different story. If they're
I'm
Micah's
making
like, you
wins
gotta
all
go,
the time.
you gotta get these this barbecue or whatever by you. Fine.
But just Brad, you got to stop not following through on your promises though, right? You said you're gonna go to Popeyes. You said you're gonna go to Jollibee. Like you're the one making all these ideas and getting
You
the
know what?
audience
I'm
all
the
excited
one-
for it.
Hey, I got the Alarma, all right? I'm a man.
Hey.
of my
Yeah,
word.
well,
you
I
guys know
got
I
the
got this-
Ditto plush.
Do you guys know I got the talking flower?
You got the talking flower? Holy shit.
sure did.
All right, let's hear it.
Hold on.
Can I talk yet?
No.
I hate it.
I muted him, so there you go.
You're up late tonight.
Up
That
late.
sounds
It's
creepy.
only 5:38.
Imagine that going off at like a terrible time.
Dude, so like that's like I literally like had my girlfriend over and like he just piped up and I was just like, oh my god, dude, like, so I just had to mute him. I was like, I completely like dude, this. So for people who don't know, the talking flower just talks randomly. Like it'll announce the time. It'll be like 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. Which is fine, but like in between, it'll just say shit. And there's no way to stop it. I can temporarily mute him if I hold down the button. So
I'll keep quiet for a while.
and
I
then
don't like this.
it's like whispering. It's like I'll keep quiet for a while. And now
It
he'll
makes me
like calm down.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
I don't like that.
the only way you can get him to shut the fuck up throughout the day is if you set your sleeping time for like 23 hours, and then like he'll just talk for like 1 hour. So according to this clock, I'm basically sleeping from 12 or from 3 p.m. to 12 noon the next day. So, but I figured like it'll be fun for him to like just pipe up for 3 hours a day, and especially sometimes I'm not even home like during that time, so it's fine. But when I am home, he'll just pipe up and say some shit, and it's really stupid and disturbing. But yeah.
Okay. Micah, here's what I'll do tomorrow. I'm going to say to my girlfriend, I'm getting either Jollibee or Popeyes. And I'm going to let her pick which one. Because she's going to have to deal with it as well.
And
So,
she's gonna be like, I want Chipotle.
I like Chipotle more than her.
Women love Chipotle. I love Chipotle.
She doesn't like his Chipotle as much as I do. I don't know.
Interesting.
I like Chipotle. She likes like more authentic Mexican food, I guess, you know? That's what she usually wants. All right. Any other game discussions before we move on?
No,
No,
that's it.
Tamagotchi life has consumed me.
Yeah.
I live in there now.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Fair.
Also, quick programming note. I just noticed that my bar isn't like moving at all in the thing. Is that okay?
You mean like your sound?
Yeah, my sound bar.
I mean, I see your sound waves on mine.
am I moving? Am I moving on
Yeah, I
yours?
see it.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So
never
you're
mind.
probably
All right,
okay.
cool. Yeah, because I also forgot to record locally.
Okay.
so
Well, you're
I was
probably
worried.
fine then if it's picking you up still.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, it must be just glitch on my end. Okay. Cool. All right.
Let's see here. Next quick thing. I don't know if you've seen this, Gene, but Sega Universe, they have a website that went up, and they have a post on Twitter that I'll read in a second as well. But I'm going to load up the website really quick. In the About section, it says Sega Universe, games and characters born in the past, transcending generations and borders. They continue to live on in the same universe even today, beyond games, expanding into films, music, fashion, and even further forms of entertainment, while changing from the experience is constantly updated. Everything created here remains in someone's memory and is passed on to the next generation. And I'm trying to get a grasp of what this is, but my feeling is that it's just marketing for new merch for Sega stuff, I guess, old Sega merchandise, and them wanting to broaden out into movies and stuff like that. Because, you know, we already have the Sonic movie, and whatnot. So I'm assuming Sega wants more stuff. This is their post on X from Sega Universe. No old, stay gold. What is Sega Universe? Sega Universe encompasses a multitude of titles born from over 65 years of history. Each one surely holds your memories of the day you first cleared it or the time you completed with friends or competed with friends. It's a project where we chat about the excitement with all of you while co-creating it together. Goods, launch of new official merchandise, event, hosting events for immersive world experiences, talk, providing spaces where fans can gather and share stories. Follow us to stay updated on the latest information. So this is very confusing to me, I guess, but they're just making some weird ecosystem, I guess, to sell merchandise and talk about past games or something like that. I'm not really quite sure what this is. But Gene, what do you think about this?
It's cool. It's nice. It sounds like it's a community engagement. Like look, as a social media person and a former community manager, it sounds like a fairly decent, basic idea of community engagement, kind of like starting like a fan club. And Sega has been talking about like, hey, we have a lot of great IP, and we've been leveraging it well. Obviously, the Sonic movies are successful. They're very happy with having Shinobi and Streets of Rage games out. So it's like, they're like, it's part of I'm forgetting his name already, and I've interviewed him twice, but like the Sega Japan COO, who is like very well spoken in English as well. So he's very well known about other markets. But it's part of his push to be like, hey man, Sega has a lot of great IP. We got to keep like what are we doing not using this stuff? Obviously Persona is part of that too. So, seems standard. Seems kind of cool. Yeah. I'm into it. I love Sega. Yeah. I'll join. I'll be happily part of the Sega universe.
Sure.
I love Sega.
Yeah, Micah, you love Sega too.
Absolutely.
How excited are you on from a scale 1 to 10?
Oh, it's a 10 out of 10. Nights into Dreams? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Who could live without it?
You'd probably unironically like Shining Force.
Maybe I would. I did love Sega Superstar Tennis, and my favorite stage was the Space Harrier stage. So, yeah, I loved Sega Superstar Tennis. That's a great game. Really excellent. Some of the characters are really weird, and I didn't like them at all. But, like Jet Set Radio or whatever, I was like, I don't like this.
You don't like Jet Set Radio? Come on, dude.
I was not a fan. I didn't like the news lady. I liked the little monkey in the sombrero, Samba de Amigo. I liked him. But yeah, this is member berries times a million. Just seeing people talk about it and be like, oh my God, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, wow. I hope they put Soccer Wars on a t-shirt. Cool. Good, interface with your community and try to revive some old shit. I'm not against it. But they're not things that I am personally excited for.
Okay. Man. Hope we get a new Jet Set Radio. That'd be sick.
That's never going to happen, Brad. Why would you?
They were working on one, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants
that. No one wants that except for Brad. And then they heard about it. They heard that he reneges on his promises, and they're like, we're not making it.
I think about Jet Set Radio all the time. I actually just bought like a pair of headphones that reminds me of like Jet Set Radio.
I think about Jet Set Radio all the time.
I do think about Jet Set Radio all the time. I think about the music all the time. I think about like how I want to dress as them. It was so cool. The controls were fucking crazy. I get it.
Yeah, it was a Dreamcast, dude.
Yeah, it's a Dreamcast game. It was crazy. And I bought that shit on Xbox too. Jet Set Radio Future. Xbox, otherwise known as the Dreamcast 2.
Kind of. Yeah. Doesn't have the same swag as the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Not even close. But they did put a lot of games there. Except Sonic. Dreamcast. They didn't put Sonic on there.
Man, dude, life was so good when Dreamcast was big,
Yeah, cool commercials. All right. Next story, really quick. Miyamoto is apparently surprised by the negativity of the Mario reviews. I'm going to read this from Video Games Chronicle. As reported by Famitsu, Miyamoto conducted a group of interviews with Japanese media to mark the local release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. During the interview, Miyamoto was asked for his views on the critical reception to the films in the West, where critics' reviewers have been mostly negative. Miyamoto replied that while he understood some of the negative points aimed at the Super Mario Bros. Movie, he thought the reception would be better for the sequel. Quote, "It's true, the situation indeed is very similar," he said. "Actually, regarding the previous films, I felt the critics' opinions did hold some validity. However, I thought some things would be different this time around, only to find that the criticism is even harsher than it was before. It's really quite baffling. Here we are, having crossed over from a different field, working hard with the specific aim of helping to revitalize the film industry, yet the very people who ought to be championing the cause seem to be the ones taking a passive stance." I like that. He's like, hey, we're doing you a favor, film industry. We're help saving you.
We're putting butts in seats over
Yeah, they
here.
are. As was the case with the first film, opinion divided between critics and public. Does he say anything else here, actually? No, nothing else really quotes from him. Gene, what do you think about this?
Gosh, I wish he would just stop talking. Like the movie wasn't that good, man.
Do you think it's better than the first movie?
I do think, but it's like, but it is member berries in the movie though. Chris Melandrali or whatever, the Illumination CEO, like he just had a thank you message come out yesterday, and like the overwhelming message was like, we work so hard across Paris, Japan, and wherever the studio to pack every single pixel, every single inch of the screen with lore and 40 years of Mario history. And he's basically saying like we put a shit ton of references in there. Mm-hmm. Like that was the movie was just references the movie, which I like. I'm gonna clap like a seal when I see that shit. It's okay, but it's like it's not gonna be a critical thing. It's a great ad. It's a fantastic ad. As an ad, it's a 10/10, 4 stars. 4 out of 4 stars. It is a immaculately beautifully produced advertisement. That's what I'll say. As a movie, as a story, it's garbage. It's trash. It's better than Minecraft, the movie. Kind of. I don't know. Like the Minecraft movie was kind of.
I haven't seen it,
but it's like they're both trash though. That's the thing. It's like hard to tell. I kind of like Jason Momoa's character. But. So it's like I think you just gotta like just be like he does have a great point about like, hey man, like we're putting butts in seats. Like people love this shit too. It's like we jangled a bunch of keys and guess what? We know exactly what the people wanted. They wanted to see that shit. We put Star Fox in there, and that worked. So Miyamoto's a mega boomer, man. Just let him just chill. Like also I'm not taking anything he says seriously because again. He's done enough for our world. So like, as long as he's saying he's not going to say, like I think certain people should have less rights, he can say whatever he wants. If he just suddenly started coming out and says like I don't believe in the trans ideology, I'd be like, okay.
Or he's like, I don't like Cubans or some shit like that, or Puerto
exactly.
Ricans.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, he's like Puerto Rico. He starts making fun of Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's like unless he starts doing that, then he can say whatever he wants, and I think people don't need to pay attention to it too much. But it's not like, oh my god, Miyamoto has spoken. It's like, yeah, he's an old guy. He's just kind of chilling right now.
Yeah. Micah, any thoughts?
If anything, I'm happily surprised that he said that there was some validity to the criticisms of the first movie, only because I expect most like corporate people to like triple down on their creations and be like, no, it's fantastic, it's beautiful, and I don't think anyone should criticize it ever. So if anything, I'm actually quite happily surprised that he was like, yeah, there was some validity to that criticism of the first movie. And I do think the second one was an improvement. So I can understand his point of like, well, gee, I thought we did better the second time. I think they did too. It was more so though with specific complaints I had, like the soundtrack, for example, 10 times improved in the second movie. But the story was still all over the place, moving a million miles a second. I had whiplash going from scene to scene. So I still don't think it was an amazing movie, but I do think it was better than the first one. And I could agree with like, yeah, I thought we'd have better reviews this time. I don't know. I thought they would too.
Yeah. I thought it was funnier. I thought the jokes were funnier. But then, I actually watched the first movie recently again because I was like, it's the Mario movie. I'm into the Mario hype right now. I feel like watching the first movie again. And I watched it. I was like, I think maybe the first movie story is better though. It's just plainer, and it's like you don't like the Brooklyn parts. I kind of like them.
It's a mix of like I'm with you that I think the story is stronger just because it's more cohesive.
Simpler. Yeah, it's just simpler. It's like introductory versus like, well, here's Bowser Jr. and Bowser Jr. is going to be evil, and then like Bowser's trying to be good, and it's like it was like the disappointments in Mario 2 are more deeper than Mario 1, because it's like, hey, you actually had something really interesting going on with Bowser Jr. and Bowser here. I really thought that part that in a nutshell, like when they're like bonding and everything like that, is like way more interesting than anything else in the entire both movies.
Yes.
And they just kind of drop it, and it's like, I'm a little.
Well, yeah, they had too many ideas to get to. Like Rosalina gets like 3 lines. I mean, Bowser Jr. has probably the most dialogue the whole movie, and I'm not dissing that because I was really well voice acted. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Benny Safdie or whatever. He was excellent with Bowser Jr.
But he had like the most lines out of anybody. Yeah. We get a combined 30 seconds of Rosalina. The whole movie. And like, it was, I don't know, I thought we'd get more Rosalina. I thought the Mario Galaxy movie, like, excuse me for thinking we'd get more Rosalina. And so it's like, they just had way too many ideas. And it's like, I don't know, man, make a third movie. Don't just jam everything into this one. Where do we go from here? You did so much. I mean, a Smash Brothers movie, I don't fucking know, but like, geez Louise.
And we barely see Rosalina in like the Cosmic Observatory, which is like where like the main hub of like Mario Galaxy was. The frustrating thing is that this just wasn't a fucking Mario Galaxy movie, man. Like it
wasn't.
It wasn't. And that's disappointing for like folks like Brandon and Mai, who are like just like massive like fans of like Mario Galaxy in particular. Like we love Mario. But like we would have loved like one focus on Mario Galaxy, and this one was just like, add fucking Super Mario Brothers 2 in that shit, dude. Like what had more lines than Rosalina, man? Like, Guzman,
We had 10 seconds of the Bee Queen, and I'm like, this should have been the movie though, the various places in Mario Galaxy, but stretched further.
The Bee Queen was ridiculous. See, that's what I'm saying about like maybe the first movie was better though, because like there's no like wasted characters like the Bee Queen just showing up and just like that's just a reference, and then see you later, Issa Rae. Like that. Thanks
exactly.
For your time.
Because my excitement for this, as people may or may not know, Mario Galaxy. Those games make me physically ill, so I can't play them. I watched, my boyfriend at the time play through them, and I thought the story was so super cute, and I loved the aesthetic, but like the actual mechanics of the game like made me nauseous. So I was excited for this movie, as excited as I could be, because I did like the premise of Mario Galaxy. I just can't play it. And I was like, all right, this could be super fun. Let's put a little B Mario and shit. I don't know. And then it was not actually what I wanted. It wasn't as bad as I was like somewhat anticipating, but it just wasn't what I wanted out of a Mario Galaxy movie.
Like they introduced Donkey Kong in the first movie, and like it's like, okay, this movie didn't need Donkey Kong, but at least Donkey Kong is like a regular continuing character like in the movie.
Yes.
As opposed to like the Bee Queen just showing up and just fucking off for the rest of the movie. Yoshi was adorable though. Everything to do with Yoshi was A+. They really should have just made a Super Mario World movie, man. It should have just been Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi and Toad and Princess going on all kinds of weird, different, wacky adventures. Yoshi being super cute. Every scene with Yoshi was immaculate. So there's that.
Because it is a weird progression, because it's just like the first movie sets it up that, hey, we're going to be plumbers now in the Mushroom Kingdom. And then the second movie, in my opinion, should have just been Mushroom Kingdom focused now and no real world stuff. Because like the first movie's a mix. The second movie could have just been adventures there. Third movie, Mario Galaxy. And it's like they just put their foot on the pedal and we're like, we got to get there now.
Yeah, because we didn't really we didn't see too much of the Mushroom Kingdom in the first movie too. We saw fucking the Donkey Kong Land, which is like not the Mushroom Kingdom. We saw Rainbow Road, which is again not the Mushroom Kingdom. So it's like we barely know the Mushroom Kingdom as a place, and suddenly we're over at Space Junk Island or Space Junk Galaxy already. Like Jesus. calm down, man. I want to hang with the Mario characters, man. And it's like, oh, well, you expect good story from Mario. It's like, yeah, Mario RPG was a banger story. Paper Mario, banger stories.
That's because Square Enix did Mario RPG, at least that stuff, or SquareSoft.
I mean, but Paper Mario is still good too, you know.
Yeah, kind of. I guess with like Paper Mario, that was your normie Mike in particular, just kind of like, it was all right.
It's that one section for me where you have to be a wrestler.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I hated
damn,
that, dude.
they're really gonna have you do 60
Drag it.
matches in a row.
Yeah, dragging your feet. Good lord.
Yeah.
They really, I was like dead ass, like, okay, they'll probably have you do like 5 matches and then like cutscene.
I mean,
they
to
really
be
made
fair,
you do them all.
you are reminding me why I don't hold Paper Mario as in high regard as Mario RPG. You know,
no, Mario RPG is just nice and breezy.
It's perfect.
Mario RPG is a GOAT for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's stick with movie stuff just really quick. There is an discovered a unlisted Illuminations Nintendo film listed for 2028. If you scroll down on the thing I sent you, you can see it there for April 2028. Unlisted. My guess it's Donkey Kong movie. That's kind of been the rumor for a while. I think it's too early for Mario 3 movie or whatever. There's rumors about maybe a Yoshi movie and stuff like that as well. But my guess is this is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was strangely absent in the Mario Galaxy movie, so maybe now this is the time. I love Donkey Kong. I don't really love Seth Rogen or Fred Armisen as Kongs, but definitely, I hope it's good. You know, I love the Kong.
Still jarring to hear Seth Rogen, even after all this time. When I watched the Mario movie again, he's like, I was like, oh my god, dude.
They had to put one in there.
It sucks, man. I can't believe they just like added one in there. It's like,
yep.
Like I'm glad Jack Black like only sang and he was like chicken. Like he didn't like say anything like that. He was like relatively Bowser the whole time, which is nice. Like I'm glad like Donald Glover didn't just say like some like weird joke in the middle of like the Yoshi impression.
No, just Yoshi. That's it.
Yeah. I also love that like they didn't need to like translate him at all like across like any languages. Like he's just Yoshi across like the world, which is awesome.
Just Yoshi across the world.
Yeah.
I loved Jack Black.
You're right. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just Bowser, just going with Bowser Jr. My boy. He would just say that all the time in the movie. I loved that shit.
That was so good. Funny. Yeah.
Oh, my boy.
Jack Black was a better actor for sure. I mean, like again, everything about Bowser Jr. was like fucking awesome. I wish it was either. I wish it was a Bowser Jr. and Mario Yoshi Luigi movie, as opposed to.
I think we're gonna get plenty of movies, so maybe that could happen. Who knows?
You're right. Like this isn't gonna stop.
This ain't ending anytime soon.
No, they're on Shrek 5. You know, we're on Despicable Me 8. You know, it's like they're not stopping.
They made 8 Resident Evil movies or whatever like that too. So it's like, we're gonna get more of these. I just want them to be better. So please calm down. Yeah. Make them quieter. Just chill out a little bit. You know, you got rid of the pop music. That's a good first step.
That was a great start. Yep.
You're capable of learning. So let's keep it up.
Yep.
Keep it up and sort it out.
Keep it up. All right. Well, that's all for the normal Nintendo news. So we're going to end the show with several write-ins. First, we have 2 barbecue write-ins. I'm put them in a category together. These are all from Micah. A single charcoal briquette wrote in, said, "Howdy, Brad and Micah, and thanks for hosting my favorite grilling tips and tricks pod. Was wondering if Micah has taken a look at the Kirkland barbecues. They're super affordable and have good burn and overall taste from the couple times I've ran them. As a briquette myself," is that how you say it? Briquette myself?
Yes.
I recommend them. Long live Costco. Long live the Costco hot dog. Yeah, long live the Costco hot dog and pizza. Sure.
Have you guys seen the picture of, you know, that there's that thing you can finance purchases, was it Klarna or something? You finance like purchases and like, multiple payments, and somebody like financed a Costco hot dog into 4 payments.
That's fucking upsetting.
Just
dude.
a screenshot of it was so funny. I don't have Costco nearby though. I've never been to a Costco. There is one in the area, but it is not convenient to get to.
Yeah, you guys have BJ's,
I have not
right?
tried it. We do. BJ's is what's local. Sam's Club and Costco are further out. So I've never been to either of those. And we like BJ's. It's just, but it is this like, no, they don't have as much of like the signature items like
Sure
Costco. Costco has, all those Kirkland items, and BJ's actually focuses like less on some of that stuff. They do have their store brand, but they don't have like their own charcoal. They just sell Kingsford, stuff like that. So I've heard great things about it. I've heard that it's been compared to the Kingsford competition briquettes, which Costco has the monopoly on now. You can't get those at BJ's anymore, but I don't have access to it. I could maybe ask Colin's mom, though. I think she has a Costco membership. Maybe the next time we have like a family party, I could ask if she could buy it and bring it.
Sure.
But I don't otherwise have access to Costco.
Okay. A rabbit that only eats hawks wrote in. So this question is very relevant to the smoking half of this podcast. Is there a recipe that you would like to use for smoked chuck roast?
So I usually do chuck roast as pulled beef, which you can eat either for sandwiches or just eat it straight up with sides. For that, I use the Heath Riles pulled beef sandwich recipe. If you Google that, it'll bring up his website. I kind of do the basic outline. I don't do his whole method with like the French dip style sandwich and all that. But you smoke it at like 250, 275 for about 2 hours. You want the meat to be like 160 internal. And then you braise it in a covered pan until it's shreddable. And at that stage, you can put it in your regular oven if you want to just save on, fuel. But usually I'm doing either chuck roast burn ends, which Hey Grill Hey has a great recipe for that. So does Malcolm Reed, or the shredded one. If you want a sliceable chuck roast, like people do like poor man's brisket, I think Hey Grill Hey has a video for that, and Malcolm Reed, How to Barbecue Right, might as well. But I haven't done that yet. I've just done it as shredded for sandwiches or as like the burn ends.
Okay. All right, let's get to the normal closing questions, I guess. Well, I mean, barbecue write-ins are normal, but I just put them together. Traylon Road said, "Good morning, Krusty Crew." Or I should do like them. Good morning, Krusty Crew. Sonic gets a lot of hate in this network, but it was the first game my uncle introduced me to way back. Do you foresee the Sonic Adventure games coming to or GameCube NSO? I love the games on GameCube. They would be a perfect fit for the service. Cheers. Gene likes Sonic here. Him and Maddie are the biggest stands of Sonic.
I think it just sucks because it's like Sonic hate is like so outdated, like it's like early 2010s like YouTube like talking points. Sonic hasn't been like that for like over a decade. And I'm glad like Colin has been like, like to be fair, Colin has been like, hey, maybe we should just like shut the fuck up and realize that we're in a Sonic renaissance, because you are. This is a completely different era. Like you're only talking about old shit. It's like, again, like I fucking hate it whenever you guys like talk about like, oh, the Switch Online is bad. It's like the Switch Online has been good for years now. It's been good for a long time.
With Smash Brothers, still dog shit.
But it's I don't play Smash, so I don't know. But it's like, it's like. But it's like fighting games. Like you got to be a perfect frame. But it's like if you're playing Monster, they fixed it for Monster Hunter Rise. That was the whole deal. So it's like you're just using old, outdated talking points. But as far as Sonic Adventures on the NSO, I mean, I don't know. I doubt it. Sonic Adventure. I know that Sonic Adventure was like a lot of people's. The GameCube version was like a lot of people's like first introduction to it. But it's like it was also big on the PS2 and Xbox. So
I don't think Sonic Adventure was on PS2.
Oh yeah, maybe not, huh?
I think it was only GameCube. Was it on? I don't know if it was on. Was it on Xbox? Let me see.
Had to be on Xbox though, for sure.
Yeah, must have been later because they added it later on to like stuff. But I'm trying to remember at launch.
PlayStation
Adventure for Xbox 360.
Xbox 360. Interesting. Yeah.
Maybe let me see. Maybe it was. I only remember the GameCube version, but maybe there was other versions.
Yeah, I would love for those games to be re-released. They're not. Those games don't really hold up all that well. They were always kind of bad even back then. They had their issues, but they're charming and they're beautiful, and they should not just be preserved as Game Grumps episodes. So, although
that's pretty good preservation, just being able to watch them play it.
It is good. And I here's the thing, like, and this is what Aaron Hansen, Eco Raptor over at Game Grumps has bitched about. It's like he was putting on performance when he was dunking on Sonic. He actually loves Sonic the Hedgehog games, like completely. He was like it was a character that he was playing, and he said that since that he's regretted it. Like it sucks, like that people
right
took him seriously,
because not their fault, but like Sonic Boom was legitimately terrible.
Sonic Boom was
and
bad.
like that game was fucking broken. And they had so many views though on those videos, them harping on Sonic Boom.
Sonic Forces was bad, and I played through that game. That game fucking
I love Sonic Forces. Fuck you, Brad.
It sucks, dude. That game sucks. It's so
torture him. That's so funny, dude. Come on.
Dude, it's so bad. That's for like people like Chris Chan that wanted to make their own fucking Sonic Chew character.
That's exactly me. That's me.
It was dog shit.
You get to make your own Sonic OC.
Sonic Frontiers was all right. I think that's pretty decent.
I love Sonic Frontiers,
but I think it's decent.
I'll defend Sonic Forces, dude. The Infinite song, man.
No, man.
Come on, dude.
I don't like any of that shit in Sonic. Like, there's things that people like about Sonic that I just think sucks. Like the boss fights in Frontier. I know people like those. I thought those are fucking awful.
Oh, I love the boss fights.
Some of the music with Sonic I'm okay with, but a lot of it I think sucks too. Sonic Lost World was not great. It was whatever. Sonic Generations was pretty good. Sonic Colors, pretty forgettable. Black Knight, I never played that.
Sonic Colors was forgettable. Damn.
Yeah. Forgettable is good.
And Secret Rings.
You're not remembering something bad.
Secret Rings was whatever. Like a lot of Sonic games, in my opinion, are just decent or
they're
good.
kind of forgettable. Yeah. God, I played the shit out of Sonic Colors. I completely forgot that Sonic Colors even exists. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I like making fun of Sonic for the most part because it does upset people. So I think it's fun from that regard. That's pretty tight if you can make fun of that and upset them. So that's always fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Sonic fandom is crazy. I mean, like they've gotten mad at me because like I thought that it's funny that an orchestra would learn how to play Sonic music.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is serious music. And it's like, dude, it's like
that's
I
what
get
I'm saying,
it.
Man, that's why it's fun to make fun of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I get it. The music is good, but it's also funny that like these serious like London like orchestra people like just sat around and be like, look at the notes, like like these songs, and they like, don't you think that's fucking funny? It's Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Have some fun with it. It's funny.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sonic is in a better state than it's been a long time, though. I would say
the movies have done a lot for it as well, especially because they fixed Sonic after that initial preview with people who looked just so scary, and they fixed it. Which I still think was maybe the greatest PR stunt of all time of like, we're going to release this fucking horrible looking creature. And people were like, no. And then they magically made it perfect.
I can confirm that it was not a PR stunt because my friend worked on the movie posters for Sonic, the first Sonic movie. And he was legitimately fucking pissed that he had to go back and like fucking do that shit. He would like that fucking shot of like him on the San Francisco Bay Bridge with the coffee and like you see his shoes or right that. Like he's the one who fucking made that shit. And he's like, fuck, I gotta go back and redo everything. So he's like, he had to just wait for them to redesign and do it everything. But it's he made those shitty posters too.
Yeah, I think oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say quickly, the revitalization of Sonic was more apparent when in the Mario Galaxy movie, children, allegedly yelled Tails, when they saw Star Fox in it, and they're like, oh my God, it's Tails. And they were excited about it. They were wrong, but they were excited about it.
Probably some 35-year-old trying to be funny in the movie theater.
I want to believe, Brad. You're being very cynical today, Brad. This isn't you.
I'm a
normal
realist.
Brad.
That's what I am.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Brad. You're talking
a dreamer.
About.
I'm a realist.
No.
I'm gonna make Brad say that in my Tomodachi Island now. I'm a realist.
That's right. All right. Well, this was one thing. No matter what, that hedgehog won't die. That hedgehog just is gonna keep on running. He's gonna keep going.
He keeps rolling.
Sonic 4. Sonic 4 is gonna come out.
I'm just gonna go. I was going off a tangent on all his stupid fucking friends, but I don't need to. So we'll step there. Where were we? Christian Ryan wrote in, what's up, punchers? I recently finished Dragon Quest VII Reimagined and had an excellent time playing it. I've never played the original or DS version and appreciate having the chance to play this on modern consoles. The Switch 1 version ran great on Switch 2 for anyone curious. After completing it, I can't help but wonder why Dragon Quest can keep dishing out excellent remakes / remasters, but Final Fantasy seems to struggle. Dragon Quest VII gave me a lot of Final Fantasy IX vibes, and I can't comprehend why they couldn't do a very similar approach here for the rumored remake that's on ice. That was my impression with 9. 9, I thought you don't need to do something like 7 for 9. I think Final Fantasy's had a lot of good remakes, though, throughout its years. A lot of the games have been remade many times and with decent versions of them. Final Fantasy VI on Game Boy Advance is, in fact, a very good port of that game. The PSP versions of 1 and 2 were very good. They've remade 4 like 3 times, I feel like. There's the Pixel remasters as well, which are all really good. So I feel like most of the Final Fantasy remakes are pretty good, honestly. 9 is disappointing to me because it's my second favorite one that it's not coming out for some reason. But I think the quality is pretty high for the most part for Final Fantasy remakes. Gene, what do you think?
I think it's because Final Fantasy changes things up too much. Every game is just basically literally a whole different IP, and so I think that just makes it harder to translate across. If you're going to remake a game, if you're going to make, they came out with Resident Evil 3 like quickly after Resident Evil 2. You know why?
Mhm.
Because it's the same IP, same characters, same world, same look, right? Consistent across games. You can use that same shit. A lot of shit in Resident Evil Requiem is from Resident Evil 4. So with Dragon Quest, you got your slimes. You're always going to have the same enemies. Whereas in Final Fantasy, yes, you'll have your Marlboro, but the Marlboro is going to look completely different in Final Fantasy 16 as he does in Final Fantasy 9, as he does in Final Fantasy 7, as he does in Final Fantasy everything. So it's like, there's no consistent design language, and that's always been Final Fantasy's problem. That's why that's why people don't give a shit about Final Fantasy, because they're not making enough, and nobody cares, because there's no identifiable character other than Cloud and Sephiroth. So that's why they're able to make a Final Fantasy 7 remake, because that's consistent across the games. But you can't make Final Fantasy 8 remake the same way you did Final Fantasy 7 remake. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. That
Right?
would just be a way more of an ambitious project. Way
Yeah.
more. We got
Like,
the
imagine
remastered of 8, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, like Final Fantasy 9 remake, what if it's like the same kind of menu action combat as Final Fantasy 7? I actually would think that would be pretty cool. But,
Yeah, I don't think you need to do that for all of them. I don't think you need to do that for any of them except 7. Maybe you could do it with 6, maybe. But 7 is the only one I think that you could probably pull that off with, just because it has so much other material in that universe already. Because Final Fantasy 6, as far as I'm aware, is just that game, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but to this point though, like the HE2D remakes, came out really quickly, and they're beautiful. Right?
Yeah.
So
the Pixel remasters all came out very quickly as well.
Yeah.
Went through 6,
and they're great too. So you should play the Pixel remasters, and they actually didn't sell all that well, surprisingly. So, and you should play them. They're classics too. There's a reason why Final Fantasy did become more popular than Dragon Quest, because Final Fantasy did kind of go all in on presentation, storytelling,
narrative,
versus Dragon Quest is there's a lot of gameplay mechanics and there's a lot of changes there, but it's like Final Fantasy went crazy in terms of trying to
I'll tell you,
audiences.
every Dragon Quest game I've played, there's a big evil demon lord right at the end. All right,
pretty much,
and I still love it every time.
Yeah, they're usually purple. Usually purple. Yeah, big lips. They got some big lips, probably.
I remember Rapthorn. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, to be fair, Final Fantasy does that too, but you do go through a pretty circuitous route to get there, right? Like, in Final Fantasy 8, you go to fucking space, man.
Yeah. I mean, like Dragon Quest is usually thematically very similar from a visual standpoint, like time period and all that stuff as
visual
well.
Standpoint, absolutely, yeah.
Which is one cool thing about it. But Final Fantasy has always just been more ambitious, I guess, in what they want the games to be for the most part. So I don't know. All right.
Actually, well, I'll tell you this much, that the Final Fantasy Trust is very concerned about why they're not as popular as before. So
I mean, they haven't been that popular since
15?
I guess
15. Really?
15 did pretty well, yeah. They launched and everything. But I wouldn't say they haven't been super popular since 10.
10 is the peak. There was a clip of 2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen. Remember that sitcom?
Yes.
And Charlie Sheen's kid, they were at Blockbuster, and the whole show was about him bitching about how he couldn't get Final Fantasy at the store, and then like some hot mom MILF shows up and starts hitting on Charlie Sheen, and he's like, "Oh, I heard you want a Final Fantasy. Well, I'm just returning it here," and sure enough, it's a copy of Final Fantasy X.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy X was fucking massive back then, man. Like people don't even know how big Final Fantasy X was, right, Brad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge. It was like Halo for RPGs back then. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very big.
Like I loved Final Fantasy X at the time too. I was never a hater.
Yeah,
I loved
I like Final Fantasy X. Not my favorite, but I do like it. I think it's a
not
good
my
game.
favorite either. Not my favorite either. But I understand why people love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why it's everyone's favorite, like some people's favorite.
Yeah, I always felt like that one was super big in Japan in particular. Seemed very popular there.
It was the first Japanese, like truly Japanese Final Fantasy with J-pop, you know, Shiteki Dane, the theme song and everything like that. And Titus himself looks like a J-pop star.
Yep.
You know, they all look Okinawan, you know. Waka is like racist.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Shout out. Micah, what do you think about the concern? Like, why are we getting more Final Fantasy remakes quickly, like Dragon Quest?
No, I agree with Gene. I think we do maybe just have some tunnel vision because of the disappointment about 9 and it being, you know, put on hold for maybe forever. But it's true. If you look at the actual list of all the remakes, they've done quite a few and they've been done well. So I do think that it's just people being really disappointed about 9 specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Nerf Ninja wrote and said, is it Bryka or Mike Dad? It's neither, all right? I don't like any of those. Nintendo gets a lot of crap. Pokemon games being subpar, no Zelda 40th celebration. Yet, the Switch 2 gets criticized for its power, Metroid underwhelming, etc. Yet, here I see Xbox now being the only Xbox. Wait, now I see Xbox being the only Xbox after they said everything was an Xbox. Sony is amputating studios left and right and failing to enter live service. It is such a bad thing. Is it such a bad thing to be Nintendo? Seems the most stable of the bunch. I'll hang up and pray for barbecue horticulture crossover podcast on Punching Up Plus. That's never happening. It hasn't been a bad thing to be Nintendo. I don't think anyone has said that. Nintendo does very well for what they do. They don't make as much money as PlayStation, but
they make more. But they make higher profits, and I feel like people forget that.
Yeah.
They take home more money than PlayStation does. They earn more. They earn more for their product than PlayStation does. PlayStation earns more money, but Nintendo takes home more profit. Money. Yeah, and that's why like Hiroki Totoki himself has come out and said it. Like, we're not making enough profits. Like, we're making a lot of money, but we're not making a lot of profits. That's the issue. If you can't make profit, then you can't grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Last Stand Media is. Last Stand Media isn't like the biggest network ever, but it is probably the most profitable out of a bunch of them because there's such low overhead costs. Like, we don't overextend ourselves over here. So I feel like a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing just fine. They're
only people that you hear this is from people who hate Nintendo for some reason. You know, like I love Jess Corden, but for some reason Jess Corden has like a mega hate boner for Nintendo, and he thinks everything they do is like completely evil. And it's like, but you like Microsoft,
yeah.
like they laid off that they killed Shinji Mikami's legacy with Tango Gameworks. They killed that.
Mm-hmm.
They fired Harvey Smith in Arcane. Again, Nintendo is the only one that's actually taking care of the developers, and you know, it's like, so that's why it's like the only time you're hearing that is from bitter Xbox and Sony fans, who are saying this. But it's like there's a meme going around where it's like you see Nintendo and Steam just watching Sony, Xbox, and Epic Games like blast themselves in their face with a shotgun, and Nintendo and Steam are like, "What are you doing? What is going on here?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the only reason why Nintendo gets as much hate is because a lot of their decisions impact the customer, and for whatever reason, people continue to think that the customer is always right. It's like some kind of like mantra and like some golden rule, as opposed to it was probably just some fucking asshole who just said it, and now it just stuck. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's been in like, they have so much like Nintendo has a lot of money, and they haven't been in trouble as a company, I would say, since the Wii U era. Like, they were if things continue, like they could obviously continue with consoles, but they were failing. That console was absolutely failing hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
But since then with the Switch and Switch 2, they've been completely fine for the most part. And I don't see any signs of that slowing down necessarily from them in any way. I get annoyed at Nintendo sometimes, but I don't think you need to worry about them. I think all the console manufacturers do good things and they do bad things. But in terms of, I don't know, I would say like this sounds like to me like people just seeing outside noise. It's like you can't really like take the word of some guy that's just complaining on Twitter. That's a complete retard. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's just also it's engagement, you know, and we all know that negative content typically gets more engagement than positive. It's like half the reason people hate Jeff Keighley is because he's enthusiastic and excited, and it's not cool to be enthusiastic or excited about things anymore. But too, like the issues the listener brought up, it's like the Pokemon games are subpar. It's like we do think that, but they still sell really well. Yeah. It is not comparable to Concord being a flop.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's way worse.
Not even close.
Concord being a flop is 10 times worse than me thinking they could spend a little more money on the Pokemon games and have to be higher quality. They still sell really well. So it's like, yes, we can criticize them for that, but it's not like they're in a bad position because I said I wish they spent more on the Pokemon games. They're still selling like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's fine to criticize a company and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I wouldn't get too worried about someone dunking on a company you like or anything like that. It is. I mean,
it was so overblown with people saying like, no one's going to buy the Switch 2 at that price. It's like,
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
People were saying Nintendo's cooked. No one's going to buy it. Everyone's just going to get a PS5. Yeah, everything's like, oh, we wanted it. We bought it.
Everything's very dramatic and matter of fact at that exact moment and everything. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Let's see here. Neo JD wrote and said, "Are you guys just as upset as I am that Gang of Dragons seems like it's canceled? The team deleted their YouTube channel and their trailers. Side note, Brad, when are you going to be checking out, or are you going to be checking out the Square Enix Cafe once it's open in LA? I did hear about that.
Bother.
That's supposed to be in spring. Yeah, I mean, it's in downtown LA, which greatly annoys me, but if I'm around there sometime, like I'll be in LA for Summer Game Fest.
Don't lie to them, Brad. Don't lie to them.
I've been to the Square Enix shop.
You're going to see a line and you're going to turn around.
Nope, I've been in the Square Enix shop several times in LA. So nice try, Micah.
He's not going. He's not going. He's gonna take them clomping ass boots and he's gonna walk right back home.
No. Okay, Gang of Dragon. This is was it Nagoshi Studios? Is I'm thinking of that correctly? Mm-hmm. They seemingly lost their funding from, I think it was NetEase who was funding them, and they deleted like their YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming this game's completely dead. And it was pretty much like a Yakuza spiritual successor. Gene, thoughts?
Yeah, as the resident mega Yakuza fan, I kind of don't give a shit. You know why? Because we didn't see anything from that game. Nothing. I don't care about games that we don't know anything about. I don't care who he is, whatever. It could have been Miyamoto. If I don't see what the game is, then I don't care. It looked like it was good. All we saw was cutscenes. We barely saw any gameplay. We saw some screenshots. Obviously looked like it was going to be another Yakuza Light starring Korean. I would have liked to it would have been cool to play a game as a Korean myself in one of these games. But I'm already well fed with Yakuza. I haven't even fucking played Yakuza Kiwami 3 yet, man. Like, let alone Metroid Prime 4.
I haven't either.
Yeah, and it's like I'm good on it. Like, Yakuza games are very easy to burn out on, Micah, as you very well know.
Yes.
So it's like I played it a lot in recent years, and I think I kind of hit that limit with Pirate Yakuza, and I was like, damn, dude, like this really is the same old side quest over and over again. So it's like,
I mean, I can predict every single Judgment, dude. I'm like, oh, cool, Judgment sequel. I never got to it because it's similar enough. Yeah. It's similar enough, though, that I'm like, I've kind of had enough.
It's really good, though. I will say that if there is one game that you actually do return to, it would be Lost Judgment, because there's like a whole school aspect to it that's really fun and interesting. And most Yakuza fans agree that Lost Judgment actually has like the best combat system of it. Kind of reminds me like I should probably install that just into my new PC, but. But I get it though. It's a long ass game. Like I was getting kind of burned out as I was playing it, because there was like so much going on. But yeah, I would have been totally interested, but we haven't seen anything yet. And if like I'm kind of like not really inclined to blame NetEase. I'm like, where was your game? You've been all you've been doing is posting your shoes online, and like showing your white ass teeth, like all the work you've gone on your fucking teeth and everything like that. So it's like you just been kind of aura farming and not really showing anything, and like all you showed is fucking cutscene trailer at the Game Awards, and that's it. Wasn't that interested. Gang of Dragon itself is kind of a stupid name. So it's like I don't know what you were doing. So I'm not, my surprise answer is I kind of don't care. Sorry, Nagoshi. Better luck next time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know some people are looking forward to it, so I feel bad for them that they're not going to play it. But I personally didn't really care because I've been burnt down Yakuza for years. Yeah. So I'm good. Micah, what about you?
No, I'm with Gene that I did not let myself get too hyped about this. I was interested and waiting to see more. I'm disappointed on the level of, I am sad that their vision wasn't seen through. I just like seeing new shiny games come out. So I'm disappointed on that level of I would have liked to see what they did and how it panned out. But I'm not devastated because I really didn't let myself get too hyped about it. It was like, I'm keeping an eye on these tweets, but I'm not getting hyped about Gang of Dragon. We're going to wait and see what's what.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I'm Mike Zero Run said, hey, Punchers, first time writing in, long-time listener. Have you ever been embarrassed by the way you pronounce the video game character's name before you knew the true way of saying it? For example, my parents pronounced Yoshi as Yashi, and I was saying it for years until someone corrected me in school when I heard Yoshi pronounced right for the first time, because people were speculating he was in Super Mario 64. Thanks for the laughs over the years. I feel like all of us probably did this at some point when games didn't have voice acting.
Look, both of you have been doing it all podcast long when you're mispronouncing Tomodachi.
Tomodachi? How do you pronounce it?
It's pronounced Tomodachi. It's not Tamagotchi.
Oh, Tomodachi.
Yeah, people get mad at how I say. No,
it's Japanese. You're mispronouncing. It's like you calling Colin colon all the time. Remember when you did that?
Yeah, yeah.
It sucks. It's like if I call Micah Mika all the time. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, they say my name wrong in Japanese constantly. They would say my name Bradle. It's Brad.
Bradle.
You just gotta hit the brakes at the end of that. No, people get mad at how I say Pokemon. And that's just like, listen, bro, like that's just how we say it.
I think that's just Massachusetts at that point. Like
that's just the way it is.
That is his own like accent itself. So
because I have a friend back home who says Yashi, and that's just dead ass how she says it, and he's her favorite. She fucking loves Yashi, and I'm not gonna say anything about it because I'm not trying to ruin it. She loves Yashi. That's fine. Yashi. You can have him.
I think you should be correcting people's pronunciations.
Yeah,
like Cog kept saying "Ghost of Yotai." I'm like, please stop. you know what irritates me though is that like all you guys love Japanese games for like 2 decades and like you still haven't even bothered to like learn them correctly. Like it's weird to me.
What, you want me to pronounce Tomodachi Life exactly like a Japanese person? Is that what you're saying?
No. I mean, you pronounce it correctly. Tomodachi.
Tomodachi. You want me to say like I could be like really specific about it, pronounce specifically about it.
I mean, you don't have to, but then you're saying Tomodachi Life. That's fine.
I know.
But, but you don't say Tamagotchi like it's Tamagotchi. Like Maddie was saying like Tamagotchi.
Well,
I didn't correct him
the
whole time.
I'm
trying not to ruin the vibe of the conversation.
Sure.
But it's like, but
I think you can correct people. You just don't got to be a psycho about it. That's all.
Yeah.
You just got to be chill about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't got to be like, actually, you're saying that wrong. Just be like, it's Tomodachi. No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah. Just don't be annoying about it. That's all. But I knew people growing up, someone I knew said, instead of Chocobo, they said Chocobo for some reason.
Chocobo.
But that's just the way it went.
Cabo.
Titus is kind of like the most famous example. Everyone thought it was Titus.
That one I don't care as much because like Titus does sound better,
Yeah, but it's still wrong according to Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, saying it wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong according to Kingdom Hearts. That's true.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is like what was like the evidence, right, of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
No.
I don't know in 13.2 if
Because they never pronounced it
10.2.
in 10, right?
No, not in
They
10.
never say
I
it out
can't.
loud 'cause
10.2. I don't remember if they say it or
I
not.
forget. Yeah,
It's been too long since I've played that game.
yeah.
But I thought, like I think it's Zidane is how you say his name, but we grew up
It's
saying
Zidane.
Zidane. But it's like, no,
Zidane.
it's a French name.
Yeah.
How I didn't fucking know in 2001 or whatever. That's just the way it was. Mike,
Yeah.
any things that you can think of besides Pokemon? Pokemon,
Oh, everything.
Pokemon. I hear
Everything.
both. It's like tomato. I feel like with Pokemon. Pokemon.
Well, some of this is just me reading things wrong. It was when we did the Tales of Arise spoiler cast, and there is the character Dohalim, but I had complete the entire game. I misread it, and maybe I'm dyslexic. I read it as Dolahim.
Oh,
And the whole fucking time, I thought his name was like the L first Dolahim. And I think at some point, Maddie's like, "Are you talking about Dohalim?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's that been his name the whole time." I played that entire fucking game just reading his name wrong. So maybe the subtitles were too small. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But I sometimes just get things wrong only because I read it wrong in the first place. And it's like when you're reading a book and you read a character's name wrong the first time, and you're like, "Oh, her name was Christine, but I read it as Kristen, and now I'm stuck with like, well, in my head it's been Kristen, so I'm gonna keep it." And that happens to me sometimes with subtitles. I'm like, well, I read it wrong, and I'm just keeping it.
Yeah, for sure. But now we have voice acting games, so that helps a lot with pronunciation. Thank God.
Big time. Unless you're in Persona 5, where everyone in Persona 5 mispronounces everything.
Or the old Naruto games where there's a guy who calls him Naruto. And he's like, Naruto.
Oh my god.
And it's like, that's not even close. That's not even fucking close. Like, did you direct this man at all? He also says Ramen instead of ramen. He's like, Naruto, deliver the ramen. It's like, the ramen.
Yeah.
So you can't even trust that.
I mean, and I've mentioned this before, but it's like, I'm talking about like making fun of people who can't pronounce Japanese names, but it's like Guile in Street Fighter, I used to pronounce him as Geely, which doesn't make any sense.
Geely, no.
Guile, it's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So,
Gaiden.
Yeah, it happens
word.
to the best of us,
Gaiden's a word that people said wrong for a long time.
Ninja Gaiden a long time. Yeah. They fucking said that wrong in the Wizard movie. Remember?
Yeah.
It's like Ninja Gaiden. Maybe I don't know. I'm forgetting.
No, that sounds right.
Right? I haven't watched that movie in a long time either. But
I've watched it recently and I don't remember.
Twice you watched it.
Oh, that's right. You did watch it recently. Yeah. Ninja Gaiden.
I'm trying to think that I feel like there's a lot of Final Fantasy ones growing up because they were like, names from other cultures too.
Zidane was a huge one for sure.
Yeah.
I pronounced it Zidane for a while until I learned like who he was named after, the soccer player. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't learn about that till way later. Someone was like, "Oh, it's Zidane." I'm like, "What? It's not Zidane? That's how it's spelled."
Yeah.
They're like, "Nope, it's Zidane."
Did you watch the World Cup back in the day? Zidane was a famous guy who fucking headbutted somebody at the World Cup.
No one I knew gave a shit about soccer.
It was one of the first memes of the internet, but like he just went up to a guy who was fucking pissing, just fucking like headbutted him so hard. The guy was knocked flat on his back, like fucking like bounced. Like,
damn,
holy shit.
It's fucking crazy.
That's our Final Fantasy IX hero.
That's so funny. Soccer is usually such a little crybaby sport. I see
a little bit, yeah. So that's why
he's like faking injuries and shit, or really
exactly, yeah. And this guy was like, "No, I'm gonna fucking cave your chest in with my fucking head."
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yashi. I like Yashi. That's a funny pronunciation. That's good.
I'm keeping it. Now it's Yashi.
It's like Yassified Yashi or something.
It was like pronouncing Mario as Mario.
Yeah. Well, it's like Mario.
Mario.
People still say Mario. I remember Dagan says Mario. I'm like, I guess that's like
because that's how Italians would say it.
Yeah, technical.
But that is like a regional accent though. Like that's why it's like I kind of let Pokemon slide because it's like it's whatever. It's Pokemon. Who fucking cares? Yoshi is crazy. Yashi is crazy. But again,
I just don't know where you're getting the ya from. There's no a or anything, or
well, I guess it's like Josh. You know, if I was like, I wouldn't say Yoshi. You're into
Joshi.
You're
Joshi.
right, and it's funny because Joshi is actually like an Indian name too. Like you pronounce it Joshi. You don't pronounce it Joshi. So it's like, yeah, I mean, like it's all like different like rules of like every fucking language, you know. And English is the worst one because we just change out the rule like every single time.
And that letter's silent, by the way. It's like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well. That's it.
The word duh is like
Teh. All right. We're done. That's another episode in the books. Gene, good to have you back on here, man. It's been a bit.
I missed you guys, and it's fun because it's like it feels like I'm just back week to week, hanging out here. Like once we did like the little clap, I was like, oh yeah, it's like normal times again.
It's like riding a bike, dude.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me back on. So it's always nice. But yeah, I just wanted to talk. I just really want to talk about Tomodachi Life, honestly, with Micah. Just need to get that off my chest. And it was fun. Always a pleasure to see you both. Love you both.
Micah, what's the plans for the rest of the day?
No, delighted that we got to have Gene here to talk about Tomodachi Life because yes, I'm just bothering Colin with it. He has no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to update the audience that my skin cancer biopsy came back, and I don't have skin cancer, but they did label it as abnormal, and I have to go in like 8 weeks to have it checked again. Okay. So I didn't get the all clear that I was hoping for, but I also don't have. But
you're at
cancer,
like the tree line of getting out of the woods. You're pretty
right. There's going to be a forked path in about 8 weeks. Okay. And then it's going to be like either again, they're going to be like, I think it's okay. Or they're going to be like, oh, definitely not. So, but either way, it's not immediately bad news.
Have they ruled it out though?
Not that it could turn into something. So they told me, they're like, it's not melanoma. And I'm like, that's great. And they're like, but it is abnormal. And I'm like, okay. So now we're at the monitoring stage. And I was like, all right. So I just got to go in for regular visits to have them look at it and be like, yep, still a mole. Still fine. And we'll take it from there. I was hoping they'd be like, oh, it's perfectly fine. That is not what I got. But oh, well.
I remember you mentioning that in the earlier episode. And I was like very worried, but also didn't want to bring it up because.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, it took the full 2 weeks to get the results.
Yeah, as somebody who is always a lot of people was afraid to bring it up with me. I get it. So
right, and it was like because Colin would periodically be like, "Have they called you yet with the results?" I'm like, "No," and it was a full 2 week wait. So I'm just like, I'm trying not to think about it, and then but it's hard not to think about it. And then when I did get the results, it's like. Well, it's not great, but it's better than it could be. So I'll take it.
That's what I go through every 3 months whenever I have to do my CT scan. It's like got to check it, make sure it's nothing there. And the shitty thing though is that we found things twice. So that's the worrisome thing. But
well, yeah, and I'm telling myself, to a much lesser degree, of course, I'm like, well, I'm glad I got it checked because otherwise I could have just been like, oh, I'm sure it's fine. And I could have waited however long to finally get this looked at versus now at least I got the ball rolling and got it started.
It's better to get it checked now. It'll be worse if you didn't get it checked. That was my issue. Should have got checked. So that's why it's like, man, go check your butts.
Yeah.
Go get that colonoscopy. Go get that colonoscopy. Right.
Go get your colon powelloscopy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're out of here, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Take care and goodbye. Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is a product of Last Stand Media and Colin's Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Bradley Ellis. My co-hosts are Gene Park and Micah Moriarty. The show is edited and produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Punching Up, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we're grateful for your kind contributions and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.